of the Rivercrest Colts football game as they host the Valley View Blazers tonight at the Tez. Beautiful night. Had a little bit of a few sprinkles earlier in the day, or this afternoon rather, but it's cleared out, and hopefully we will have great weather. A little cloudy here tonight at the Tez. It's about 80 degrees, a little warm out here for football still, but hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be getting to football weather. It cools off a little bit, Danny. We started early because they're about to have a ring ceremony for the cheerleading squad. They had a successful year, and we're going to mention some highlights of their season here in just a few minutes.
They've had a successful several years,
Pretty
much ever since they've started competing. I think it was back in 2016. Coach Ellie Robertson has done a fantastic job, and she's just kind of created a dynasty.
She has, yeah. She's kind of a legend here on campus. Everybody wants to be Ellie as a coach. So, yeah, they have, I guess, started in 2016, and looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different times that they've either placed or won in competition, game day division. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. They're getting ready to start that presentation. We want to give a shout out to everyone who watched the broadcast last week. Danny shared some amazing stats with me about last week's game at Little Rock Mills. You know, it didn't turn out well for us on the scoreboard,
right.
But we played well for a half, and then after that we just kind of wore down. But over 2,400 people viewed the game last week on YouTube. That was incredible.
That was amazing. You guys were awesome. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you're tuning in tonight, we sure appreciate you. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to our Rivercrest Athletics channel. We did look this week, and out of the 2,400 views, like 86% were not subscribers. So we would love to have you subscribe, so when we go live that you'll get that notification and you can tune in.
Yeah. Did you mention 9 different states?
I did not.
No, so
that was amazing.
Viewers from 9 different states last week: Arkansas, Texas, Missouri, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, Kansas, Florida, and Illinois. How about that?
Going
Rivercrest
nationwide,
football,
Coach.
going nationwide, that's right. And here's the thing about that. We don't know who was watching those. It could have been college coaches tuning in to see some recruits play, you know?
That's right. Yeah, you never know who's watching. You never know how it's going to go. I tell you, really just looking back a little bit to that Mills game, man, that's an ultra-talented group that we played. And I thought our guys really did well until we wore down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the roster difference got to us a little bit in that second quarter, and those guys are talented.
Right.
All credit to Mills.
And we're going to see a little bit of that roster difference tonight as well, as Valley View comes in here with 71 players on their roster. So, you know, they're going to have some depth, and hopefully we can have some explosive plays and kind of create some distance on the scoreboard where we give our guys some rest a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I know really just looking back through the years at Valley View, and this year's no different, they're an extremely well-coached team.
They are.
They don't jump out with the flashy plays a lot of times that the Mills, when you look at their highlights and look at their film, but just when watching Valley View, they're always in the right spot. They really put a lot of pressure on you when they're on offense. Put a lot of pressure on your defense, and defensively, they do exactly what the coaches can do, and that's put you in the right spot to make a play. Very impressive program. A lot of respect for that program.
Absolutely. They have made the playoffs 5 years in a row. So, state play, that's a pretty big deal. So, all right. Well, hopefully there's 24 and a half minutes before the start of this contest, and we're hoping that we can get this ring ceremony underway because we'll have the national anthem and stuff as well. But, again, these ladies, they began competing in 2016 and have a pretty good record in the game day division. I know last year they went to Orlando, Florida, and competed down there. So just to kind of highlight some of their accomplishments, in 2016 they placed third in the 1-3A division. 2017, they were the champions in the 1-3A division. 2018, they were champions in the 1-3A division, and then the same in 2019, 3 in a row as champions of the 1-3A division. The 2020, they finished runner-up in the 3-4A division, and then 2021, they were the champion in the 3-4A division. They've gone to nationals 3 times and made it to the finals all 3 times at nationals.
That's amazing.
And they've placed third twice, and then 16th place after they had a severe injury in the middle of a routine in that competition.
Just talking to some of the moms that were there that year, I mean, it looked like we had a chance to really place high again if it wasn't for injury, and it was great that they powered through. It was pretty amazing. So
yeah, they actually called up a 9th grader, one of my basketball players, to fill in for an injury. So. But these ladies have done an awesome job. Coach Ellie, again, has done well. Coach Corinne McClung is helping her with the girls. And so in addition to this, they've competed in 21 regular season competitions with 1 third place, 2 second places, and 18 first place finishes, including 8 grand champion awards.
It's pretty dominant, Coach.
Yes, pretty dominant.
Pretty dominant.
So just to tell you who the 2021-22 Rivercrest cheerleaders were last year, Emma Baker, they're announcing them now on the field, Kylie Baker, Hadley Bell, Mary Jo Booker, Kamaya Borns, Emma Brooks, Annabelle Chandler, Marissa Cowden, Haley Gore, Sydney Harris, Alana Hawkins, Haley Lambert, Addie Norvell, Raven Powell, Kylie Routledge, Grace Strop, Paisley Ward, and Presley Worsham. Again, Coach Ellie Robertson and assistant coaches Corinne McClung and Taylor Brister. Their tumbling coach was Brandon Schluter, and choreographer was Brian Bridges. Coach wanted to note they wanted to give a shout-out and a thank you to our Rivercrest family, community for always supporting us. She says we want to give a special thanks to Dr. Reggie Cullum for always helping our athletes and taking care of our championship awards.
I'll tell you, Dr. Cullum has been a huge supporter of Rivercrest athletics and just the school in general for years now.
Right.
Just going all the way back, and he's been a huge supporter. He's done a great job, and sometimes just there's been times where he purchased the rings on his own, and we appreciate everything he does. His clinic usually does the physicals for Rivercrest athletics, and just a great supporter. And there's just a lot of things that couldn't be done or wouldn't be done as well without that kind of support.
Right. I tell you, I sure appreciate them. It makes it easier for us as coaches because they come to the school and actually do the physicals here. So that's a big plus. It's a whole lot easier than having to send your kids to get those. So I do appreciate Dr. Cullum and his staff as well. All right, again, they are recognizing the cheerleaders from last year, 2021-22 squad. And here in just a few minutes, we will start with our pregame information. We'll give you a lot of good stuff. Danny does a great job preparing us for a broadcast, and a lot of interesting stats and stuff, especially the home field advantage. I shared this on Facebook today, and it just blows my mind how great the Rivercrest Colts are here at the Tez. It's
I started really use a couple of COVID years to really do a deep dive and go back and coach. I know from 1970, the first football season, all the way up to through the 90s. I had a lot of the information moving forward from that, but I didn't have a lot of the information back then. And I literally went through every newspaper article from 1970 up for every game.
Wow! And
just to fill in some of the holes, and I knew it was a good record, but I wasn't sure it was quite that good when everything was compiled. It's been pretty amazing from all the years that we had it. What most people know in the Cotton Patch down in Wilson, Arkansas, and then moving here to the Tez, to just a great facility and we played here in 2018 was the first year.
Right.
And that was the first year that Coach Fleming took over as head coach. And not only has it been an awesome home record, from that point, it's been even better so far.
Right.
Now it's time to do our favorite thing, cheer for our Colts.
All right. So, again, congratulations to the Rivercrest Colts cheer team, cheer squad. I guess that's what they referred to. Again, they outstanding job, and it has been a dynasty here for quite some time now, since 2016. All right, so about 18 and a half minutes away from kickoff. Listen, we talked about home field advantage, Danny. Let's go ahead and just dive into that. But the Colts are 3-1 versus this Valley View team as a home team.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
They're 2-0 versus Valley View here at the Tez.
That's right.
And their all-time home record, we're talking 75.4% winning percentage, right? 239 wins, 75 losses, and 3 ties.
That's incredible.
That is. I would like to see. There's probably not very many schools that can top that.
No. There's not many programs in the state that, especially that kind of longevity, having that kind of success.
So one thing about it, and this is just my second year here at Rivercrest, but one thing I do notice is there's a lot of energy here on Friday nights. There's a lot of people in the stands. There's a lot of people standing around the gates out here. So there will be some noise in this place. There will be some excitement. And this team brings that, with the energy they have, a lot of explosive players, and just a very successful program here under Coach Johnny Fleming.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and his staff as well. They just do a great job. I know Rivercrest was known for years as just having a great ground attack, always produce running backs. And when Brett Harden came in, we really saw a shift to be a little more balanced. And even last year, we saw where we were probably a 70% to 30% pass versus run. And so that was interesting. But it's pretty amazing when you're down a few scores sometimes, which is not often, that you just kind of expect they can make a huge play at any time.
Right. And here's another stat that really stood out to me. The all-time regular season record here at the Tez, 17-1. One loss here at this field during the regular season.
Yeah.
Right. There's been 2 other losses, but those have both been in the playoffs, correct?
Yes. Dumas right here in, I believe that was 2018. We had Dumas beat us in the quarterfinals. And Dumas ended up going to, I think, the finals that year. And we were right in it till the end. Actually had one of our running backs hurt, and so had to do some things a little different. And we just came up a little short. And then last year with just kind of a juggernaut, Shiloh Christian.
Yeah. Little old Shiloh.
Yeah, who has since moved up to 5A.
Yeah. Why couldn't they do that the year before?
Right, that's right.
So the Colts are on a 10-game regular season winning streak here at the Tez, and the last and only regular season loss at the Tez was on October 25th of 2019, and you probably wouldn't guess who that is. Do you know, Claremont? No. It's close. So West Side Warriors were the last team to beat Rivercrest here, or the only team to beat them here on this field during the regular season. So strong team coming in, the Valley View Blazers, and we're going to talk about that just a little bit. But again, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Want to encourage you again to go and like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you'll be notified every time we go live. It's the 3rd week of Rivercrest football, and we finally reached the first game here at the Tez. We have traveled to Manila and then traveled to Little Rock Mills, and so tonight is the first home game of the season. And the Colts will face an always formidable foe in Valley View out of the 5A East Conference. The Blazers lead this series 5-3, so we're looking to shorten that gap a little bit, hopefully with a win here tonight.
Yeah, I got curious this week and just decided to do a little bit of deep dive in the stats. And we've played since 1970. We've played 22 teams 8 times or more, and we only have a losing record in the series against 2 teams, and that's Valley View, who leads the series 5-3, and Wynn, who leads the series 8-7.
Wow.
They got us twice in one year back in 1986 when they won our conference game, and then they beat us in the state championship game.
Wow. So the Colts' last win against Valley View came right here at the Tez in 2020. Last year, man, we were so close. We lost by 6. We had the ball inside the 20, and last play of the game, I think we had a quarterback sack or something at the end of that, and just we had a shot there at the end, but just couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, with and I know you'll probably talk about him, but the linebacker for Valley View, Brian Huff, D1 athlete. It feels like we're saying that almost every week now in the competition that we're facing. But just 6'3", 225. I mean, that's the kind of size you want in a college linebacker.
Yeah.
And he did a great job last year when the game was close and we were backed up against our own end zone, and he had a pick 6 to seal the game.
Hey, we're going to pause for just a second on our pregame show here as the Rivercrest JROTC Color Guard is going to present the colors, and we'll have the national anthem here. So we'll pause just for a second for that. Just finished the national anthem here at the park, Pledge of Allegiance, and the moment of silence. We are 9 minutes and 50 seconds away from kickoff here at the Tez. Again, tonight the visiting Valley View Blazers here at Rivercrest High School as they take on the Rivercrest Colts. The Colts won the last matchup 41-24 here at the Tez in 2020. This season, the Colts dropped to 1-1 last week after coming up short in a shootout against the ultra-athletic Mills team in Little Rock last Friday. The Colts come into tonight's matchup averaging 390 yards of offense per game, with 258 of those coming on the ground. The Colt ground attack has been led by junior running back Kobe Turner, who's turned out 100-plus yard rushing games in each of Rivercrest's first 2 contests. Turner has rushed for 235 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season while averaging right at 9 yards per carry.
That's pretty salty, Coach.
We'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's almost a first down, every time he touches the ball. So, Cavante Washington and Michael Rayner have taken turns at the helm for the Colts at quarterback. On defense, the Colts have been led by linebacker Marcus Slayton and defensive tackle Trent Kimbrough, defensive end Wyatt Lancaster. Very interesting note tonight, Marcus Slayton, the linebacker. I talked to him yesterday in class. He informed me this is his first time to ever play against Valley View.
Oh, wow.
He didn't play last year.
That's true.
So he was excited about tonight's game, and he was really ready to get out there for the first time against, especially last year after we lost by 6. We were so close, but he didn't get a chance to play in that one.
I forgot that in that first game he was injured last year, and we had somebody playing linebacker in that game that had never played before.
Right.
And I'll tell you, with what Valley View does, they put a lot of pressure on you if you know what you're doing.
Right.
But if you're a little lost, they can really take advantage of it. So we were at a disadvantage that first game for sure.
So we're excited to see what the Bull does against the Blazers here tonight. So after Valley View lost their opener 51-35 to Harding Academy, the Blazers bounced back with a stifling defensive effort last week in a 16-2 win over Poplar Bluff, Missouri. First time they ever traveled outside of the state of Arkansas to play. And although Harding Academy did most of their damage against Valley View through the air, the Blazer defense kept consistent pressure on the quarterback all night. And that defense is led by 6'3", 225-pound junior linebacker Brian Huff. Huff holds multiple D1 offers from Arkansas, Arkansas State, and Memphis, and as well as other schools drawing interest from Oklahoma. I deal with my notes there. Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and several others.
Yeah. Anytime you're a linebacker and you're getting SEC offers or even looks by SEC schools, there's some talent there for sure.
He also was responsible for helping to seal the win last year against the Colts as he returned a pick 6 late in that game to just give them the lead and help them to seal the win. Valley View is led on offense by junior dual-threat quarterback Carson Turley. Last Friday, Turley threw for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for 62 yards. His favorite target is 6'5" wideout Jackson Harmon, who had 72 yards and a touchdown against the Colts a year ago. That's tough to guard out there, 6'5".
Yeah, and both of those guys, I went back and watched film of last year's game, and I just forgot how elusive Carson Turley is. He does a great job throwing, but he does an amazing job. Just a crafty runner. I don't know if he's just going to win speed records, although he can run. But he finds a way of picking through the defense. And then last year, going back to the 6'5" Jackson Harmon, had a 54-yard touchdown catch against us last year where we covered it perfectly. And it's hard to handle that 6'5" frame.
Right.
Great hands, too.
So, again, Turley had 72 yards and a TD against the Colts last year. Running back Slade Caldwell is also a plus for Valley View in the backfield. He ran 22 times for 90 yards last Friday night against Poplar Bluff. So we want to thank all who made it out to the Tez and everyone watching online. It's another great night for Rivercrest football right here on Rivercrest Athletics.
Yeah, we Coach Ronnie Dine, myself, and we have Bubba Walker up top. He's in the catbird seat again. Does a great job with our camera work. Clerman Strickland here with us again. And we are still missing our buddy. And that's why you're having to deal with me with Todd Vinson being out. He did text me a while ago, and he said he's watching. Actually, we let you know last week he had been out, not feeling good, had gone to the ER. Well, had to go back in the hospital and have surgery today, and hopefully on the mend. He said he can talk now, and he's feeling a little better. So just keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're getting ready to do the coin toss. The captain's first for Valley View, number 23. That's Cal Richardson. Number 15, that is Bo Smith, and number 13, Jay Mormon. Captains for the Colts, number 75, that's Colton Ball. Number 15, Austin Elrod. Number 16, Tamarjay Fly. And number 52, Tyshawn Love.
Tell you, Tyshawn Love, this is his first year playing football for us, and he's done a great job. I think he had 6 tackles in the opener against Manila, and so it's nice to see those guys come out and have some success.
Right, yeah. Looks like the Colts will receive the football to start this ball game, and there's 3:30 left on the clock here. Just a few more highlights before we get started. Valley View held Rivercrest to just 50 yards rushing in last year's game. That's 27 carries for 50 yards, less than 2 yards a carry. So we hopefully that will not happen here tonight at the Tez. Also, Kobe Turner is the first Rivercrest player to rush for over 100 yards in each of the first 2 games of the season since 2018 when Kentavious Robinson did that.
Yeah, I was a little shocked by that, knowing that we had Cam Turner, somebody as dynamic as him. But in that first game against Paragould that year, Cam Turner only played a half and ran for 96 yards.
Oh, wow.
So it was close.
Also, Marcus Slayton's 21 tackles so far this season is the most in the first 2 games of the season since 2019 when Easton Elder did that. Kobe Turner is the first Rivercrest player to rush for 4 or more touchdowns in the first 2 games of the season since 2018. Again, Kentavious Robinson did that in 2018. And the last time a Rivercrest team started 1-2 on the season was in 2016, so we're hoping that's not the case tonight. They finished that year 9-4 and made it to the state quarterfinals. They lost to Valley View that year 35-7. All right, well, let's get ready to play some football here as they still have the clock, 2 minutes on the clock, but I'm sure they're fixing to stop that and put it on 0 as the Rivercrest Colts are ready to play. They're already out on the field and just waiting on the opponent to show up.
Yeah, Valley View always does an amazing job, and they don't just splash like we said earlier. And you'll have some people go, shouldn't we beat them? I was like, well, you feel like a lot of the fans think we should every year, and they beat us 5 out of 8 times just because they do an amazing job. They have great players, and they've always had a really good coaching staff.
Yeah, and they've not had a football program too awful long. Their facilities have improved a whole lot. They're one of the better facilities now. That's number 12, Kevin Morris, there with the fair catch on the kickoff, and the ball is going to be spotted at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts, their first series of this game at their own 40-yard line. Great start, great field position here to start this game.
Well, it'd be nice to come out and get a score in that opening drive like we did last week, Coach.
That's exactly right. Here's Cavante Washington at quarterback. Looks like Kobe Turner in the backfield. There's Rayner in motion. He's going to pass it out to Rayner. Oh, kind of throws it.
It's going to be a fumble, lateral.
And Rayner picks it up and runs it out of bounds for a loss on the play. The ball is going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit out of his reach there, and couldn't gather it in. So not really the ideal first play for the Colts as they lose about 8.5 yards on that.
Yeah, sometimes a little bit of the nerves can get to you first time playing in front of the home crowd as a sophomore quarterback.
Washington's going to flip it over to Jaden Stovall.
Well,
He's got
a little room.
He breaks a tackle at the 35, and he's still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 36-yard line. Looks like number 30, Caden Perkins, in on the stop.
You see a little bit of what we're talking about right there. Looked like he had room to really make something happen, and Valley View does a great job of swarming to the football.
He broke a tackle just to get an extra yard or 2 out of that. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14. The ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Washington drops back to pass, looks to his left, scrambles a little bit, and he's going to be brought down there for the sack by number 66. That's going to be Dedrick Bournes, the 6'2", 194-pound junior defensive end. I thought he was fixing to have some space there to throw it, but apparently the coverage was too much for him to let go of it.
And that's one of the things you deal with. He's a talented quarterback, but he's young. So
Right.
you're going to have some moments where you look like a 10th grade quarterback, and that's one of those things where you can't hold on to the ball for about 7 or 8 seconds there, but I think we'll be fine.
So the first series for the Colts is a 3-and-out, and Wyatt Lancaster punts the ball down to the Valley View 37-yard line. So 10:25 left to go in the first quarter, and Valley View will take over with their first possession of this ball game at their own 37-yard line.
Well, not the way we wanted to start it, but and just our third punt of the year.
Okay.
That's a pretty good deal in 3 games. Hopefully that's not a trend for tonight.
Right. Carson Turley leads this Valley View team at quarterback. He comes in 24 for 44 passing with 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 279 yards in the air. He hands it off, though, to the first back through, and I believe that's going to be Slade Caldwell, number 3, who is a 5'8" junior. He's he has a verbal commitment to Ole Miss in baseball.
It's impressive.
We had a little movement over here. It's going to be offsides against the Colts as Kevin Morris got a little antsy on that one and stepped across the line. So 9:53 left to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless, and the first play from scrimmage for the Blazers was a run. Second play was a penalty against the Colts. Now they'll have first down and 10 from their own 48-yard line. They have 3 receivers out wide right, 1 to the left, lone back there with the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to number 3, Slade Caldwell, and he's met there. Nice job. That's number 21, Jay Robertson, 6 foot, 145-pound senior, with a nice little hit there to force Caldwell out of bounds.
Did a good job coming up hard, which is what you got to do. They're going to put pressure on your corners. You're going to have to make plays in space.
And a tackle for loss.
That's right. We like
loss
those.
Of 1 on the play. Second down 11 now for the Blazers. There's a snap. Again, the quarterback's going to keep it this time, and he's going to be met there and brought down by Marcus Slayton, number 3. The quarterback is Carson Turley, number 10. He's a 5'10", 161-pound junior. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play, and that'll bring up third down and 5 for Valley View. They're in a hurry-up offense. Got a little tighter formation here. He's going to pause for a second, look over at his coach, change the play, step back into the pocket, and wait for the snap. There's the snap. He's going to drop back and roll to his right. There's pressure, and he's having to throw it away as Kevin Morris, number 12, was right there in his face and forced him to throw that ball out of bounds. So nice defensive play there by number 12, Kevin Morris, the 6'1", 190-pound junior. A lot of talented juniors on this Rivercrest Colt football team. That'll bring up fourth down and 5 for Valley View. It looks like they're in the punt formation. The ball at the Rivercrest 47-yard line.
And I feel that's what we're going to have to be able to do is get a little pressure on him, make him make that decision quick.
Now the referees are having a little conference right here. They may be talking about whether there was a receiver in the area, but
Michael Rayner back deep to receive for the Colts.
They're back over here on the sideline. Now that's what Coach Fleming was saying. There's nobody over here to catch that or anywhere close to it, but the referee didn't see that. There's going to be a little running kick, and it's going to be caught by Rayner, but he stumbles and falls down at about the 15-yard line. So the next possession for the Colts will begin deep in their own territory. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. That was number 10, Carson Turley, punting the football. That's always you hate to see the quarterback as the punter because
right.
There's so many options there when that's the case.
And that's what you see, that rugby style.
Right.
But if you don't cover that end, if you don't cover him up, he can just take off running. I'm sure Valley View gives him the green light on that. Gifted runner.
Again, Cavante Washington, the sophomore quarterback. He takes the snap. There's bobbled. He picks it up, and he's going to be tackled for a loss there as a couple of Blazers just swarm him. Matter of fact, there's about 6 of them when the pile finally they uncover that pile.
Nothing really feels in sync right now, Coach. We're a little out of kilter. And we're in an area of the field where you really don't want to make a mistake.
So we're at the 11-yard line, loss of 4 on the play. Again, Washington at quarterback. There's Stovall in motion. He's going to hand it off to Kobe Turner, and he's going to bust up the middle for a gain of about 6 or so on the play. He takes it to the 19-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. And the Colts are in a little hurry-up offense here. They're trying to draw Valley View off. They're going to pause now, look over at Coach Hart and see what he wants to run. 2 receivers on each side of the line. There's Washington dropping back. He's going to pass it to Rayner, and he catches it. And he's going to take a knee right there. He falls to his knee, but I think he's going to have enough for the first down as he's about the 27-yard line, and he does a first down for the Colts. He caught it, he bobbled it, and then was able to gather it in, but when he did, he went down to one knee. So, but fortunately, we were past the sticks on that.
That's right.
Here we go, 1st and 10. There's Stovall in motion. He's going to take that handoff there, and he's going to go to the right side, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of a couple. Number 5. That's Carson Winters was in on that tackle, as well as number 1, Daquan Galloway. So gain of a couple on the play. They're saying gain of 1, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Washington takes a snap. He's going to pass over here to Stovall, who catches on the left side. He gets about 4 yards on the play as they're going to actually close to 5 yards. They're going to spot it at the 33-yard line.
Almost use that little play like a running play, Coach.
Right, yeah. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 for the Colts. Again, they're not wasting any time getting up to the line. There's 28 seconds on the play clock. Oh, we had 2 men moving at the same time, huh? But it's all right.
We'll take it.
Got trips left over here. Elrod, I think, over to the right. Washington's going to roll to his left and pass it to Rayner, and he's going to be past the sticks again at the 41-yard line. So another first down, courtesy of a pass from Cavante Washington to Michael Rayner.
I'm always a fan of trying to find Michael Rayner.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when he plays the quarterback position, it kind of, you know, you got the all-state receiver out there that's not in his spot, you know.
That's right.
He does. He's a threat at the quarterback spot, but I'd much rather see him out there catching those balls.
Absolutely.
He's pretty sure-handed.
Get him in space.
Kobe Turner with a handoff this time, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards as he takes it out to the 44-yard line. Several Blazers in on that stop.
The Valley View defensive line, they do a great job of playing with good technique. Always seem to be just a solid wall up there. We're going to have to find a little space to establish a running game tonight.
5:28 left to go in this first quarter. We're still scoreless. Washington looks right, but then he's going to scramble, and he's going to take it down to about midfield. It's going to be about the 48-yard line. And looks like number 23, Kyle Richardson, on the tackle. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Well, so far the pattern on this drive is get it to 3rd and medium and find Michael Rayner.
Right. Rayner is out here far left. Stovall next to him. We have 2 receivers on the right. T.J. Scott, I believe that's
a little bit of a busted play there.
It was a busted play, and he stumbled as he's trying to get his balance there, but unfortunately he fell forward before he could get across the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a loss on that play as the Ball is going to be spotted at the 47-yard line, and looks like we're going to bring the punting team out on 4th and 4.
I'm not sure if he turned the wrong way or if the running back went the wrong way, but there was definitely a miscommunication that
looks like a little contact there, yeah.
Yeah.
So Wyatt Lancaster set to punt. A couple of Valley View Blazers back deep to receive that. It's going to be a fake as Marcus Slayton is going to take the direct snap, and he's going to be close, but I think he's going to be a yard short as they're marking him at midfield. He ran the ball hard, but unfortunately there was about 3 Blazers that collapsed on him right there and prevented him from getting that extra yard for the first down. So the ball will be turned over on downs. At 4:05 left to go here in the first quarter, we're still scoreless, and Valley View will take over for their 3rd possession of this contest.
Well, did a good job of getting an initial push at contact and getting an extra couple of yards. And but like we talked about earlier, that Valley View defense does a great job swarming to the ball.
This time the quarterback is under center. They're going to hand it off up the middle to couldn't see the number on it. Is that number?
Couldn't tell, Coach.
Number 18. Number 18, Matt McMullen, the 5'11 senior, 165-pound senior. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play, so bring up 2nd down and 7. Number 77, Tristan Turner, 6'1", 357-pound senior, checks in for the Colts. Again, the quarterback Turley under center. He's going to hand off again to number 18, and this time he's going to be met there by about 5 Colts, but not before he picks up about another 3 yards. So 3rd down and 3 for the Blazers coming up on this next play.
Well, I know our coaches haven't seen this formation. I've watched both of their games this year, and I haven't seen this formation either.
And they're back under center here again with Turley. There's a snap, handoff again to McMullen. He's going to have the first down, and he breaks loose. I thought he was fixing to bobble the football right there and lose it, but he wound up hanging on to it. But not. He's brought down at about the 26-yard line, and he's going to have the first down for the Blazers. They're just kind of got a power formation over here to the right side and just giving it to the running back, letting him go through.
It's what we talked about a couple weeks ago, Coach. Just having the willingness to come in and take out lead blockers is not something a lot of high school kids will like to do.
There's the same play. McMullen's going to have it down there at inside the 20. Tristan Turner. Looks like Slayton was in there, as well as number 4, Jacavion Williams. So big gain on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3. Same formation. Same handoff, and this time they're going to stop him a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage this time. Looks like a gain of
about 3.
3, yeah. So 1st down. Ball is going to be spotted at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Valley View.
Like Marcus Slayton and Trent Kimbrough in there on the play.
Have an injured player. Looks like a Colt player down at about the 10-yard line. Looks like they're checking his leg.
It'd be easy, especially in the interior line with all those players bunched in to get rolled up on, roll an ankle. That would be easy to do. And we hope the young man's okay. Not sure who it is.
I can't really see the number, who it is, but 1:53 left to go here in the first quarter at the Tez here at Rivercrest High School. We're scoreless right now so far, but Valley View has the ball 1st and 10 at the Rivercrest, looks like the 14-yard line. 14-yard line. I say 16-yard line. That is Tristan Turner, number 77, who is getting up. He's hobbling a little bit there, escorting him off the field. See, Colton Ball and Kimbrough, big man, Andrew Lomack in on that interior defense.
I was just having a conversation before the game tonight about how well Andrew Lomack had been playing as a sophomore. He's done a pretty good job so far this year.
Yeah, he's a very talented young man. You know, sophomore. He's big, stocky. I'm sure he can push a lot of people around in there. Great kid too. He's an outstanding kid. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. He's just going to follow the pack up the middle. He's going to get about the 5-yard line before he's finally brought down. Carson Turley, the quarterback for Valley View. So gain of about 9 on the play. It'll be first and goal from the 5-yard line. Again, they're in that tight little power formation over here at the right side. Quarterback under center takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to number 18, McMullen. He's going to be hit and dropped. That's Kimbrough in there, as well as look like Austin Elrod and maybe even Jacavion Williams.
That's going to be a tackle for a loss.
So a loss of 1 on the play. Ball's going to be spotted at the 6-yard line. Same formation for the Valley View Blazers. If it ain't broke, don't fix it,
That's right?
So they've seen some success in this formation, and they're going to keep it this time. Nice. The quarterback, he's going to roll to his left, and he's going to take the ball into the end zone for the touchdown from 6 yards out.
Great little fake there, and once they sealed off that our one guy out there, it was just walking into the end zone.
Well, and it's one of those deals where they saw a lot of success going to that right side, and you almost have to cheat that way if you're the defense, and that sets that play up perfect. So they have a couple of kickers that kicked PATs. I've noticed they've all been perfect on the season. And there's the snap, the hold, and the kick, and it is good for the Blazers. I believe that's number –
it's number
17, Brody Dix. 5'11", sophomore. So with 51.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Valley View Blazers jump out to the early lead, 7-0 here at the Tez.
Well, not what we were hoping for, Coach, with the start, but it's just a one-score game with a lot of football to play. I think we'll be okay.
We will be fine. This Blazer team, again, they've qualified for the 5A state playoffs for the last 5 years. Their coach is Sean Cockrell. He's in his 9th year as head coach of the Blazers, his 13th year on the Valley View staff. He was a former wide receiver at Arkansas State.
Oh, wow.
Michael Rayner, along with Kobe Turner, back to the Colts.
Tell you what, both the hurry-up offenses are not friendly on a stat keeper, Coach.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the PA guy, too. All right, here we go. 51.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter. A little pooch kick, and it's going to be caught there at about the 44-yard line by Stovall. He's still on his feet,
room.
And he's got some room on this left side. He has some speed, and he's going to take it in all the way for the score. With 39.2 seconds left, I don't see any flags on the field, so the score will stand. Great job by Jaden Stovall on a 58-yard kickoff return for the touchdown.
Well, Coach, take a 7-0 deficit and in 12 seconds, you're within 1 already.
There you go. I tell you, I am not a fan of that kick. I'm not a fan of the pooch kick. I never have liked it. But hey,
I'm under the impression if you're going to kick it that short, you might as well kick it out of bounds.
Absolutely.
And give no chance at a return.
Absolutely. Because especially when you have speed like Stovall here, you have Kevin Morris on this other side. It's like, who else are you going to kick it to? Because if it gets past them, then you got Rayner and Turner back there, and you know what they can do with it.
That's right.
So Marcus Slayton is going to kick the extra point attempt here as Josh Johnson is still injured.
That's going to be
and that's going to be blocked.
I don't think you can return it in high school.
So the extra point attempt is blocked with 39.2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Colts get on the board courtesy of a 58-yard kickoff return by Mr. Stovall.
Yeah.
the 5'9", 150-pound speedster, the senior rather.
He it looked very similar to a couple of years ago in the playoffs, right here on this field. Actually, going the other way, where he took a touchdown, a kickoff return touchdown back against Warren in the playoffs, and he's a speedster. If you don't know about him and you think you're going to run with him, I mean, there's guys that had angles on him right there,
right? And
he just erased those angles, Coach.
Right. Unfortunately, the point after was no good. It was blocked, and so we're a point behind on the scoreboard. And Michael Rayner is set to do the kickoff duties here for the Colts. Again, Josh Johnson is the normal kicker for Rivercrest, but he's been out with a knee injury. Rayner's going to kick the ball deep. It's going to be caught. Oh, he drops it there to 15, but he picks it back up. That's number 1. Daquan Galloway, and he's finally tripped up there at about the 43-yard line. So
good return.
Good return. It was dropped. He just bounced right back up into his hands, and he was able to take it out. Good field position if you're a Valley View Blazer.
I realized for the second week in a row I had not put points on our live stream scoreboard, but my sister made sure she texted me and corrected me pretty quick.
She's probably enjoying correcting you, as most siblings usually are.
She's done a pretty good job for years now.
There's the snap to Turley. He looks to his left. There's a pass over the top. They have a receiver there, but he drops the ball as Jacavion.
Good coverage.
Jacavion was back there, the sophomore cornerback, to prevent that from being caught. Looked like a pretty good pass by Mr. Turley there, the quarterback. He does have 3 interceptions on the season, so we'd like to see a few of those if you're a Rivercrest Colt.
Yeah, absolutely.
22.2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Again, 7-6 your score. Valley View on top. There's number 3. That's Caldwell, and he's going to be brought down. There's a flag. That's probably going to be a hold against the Blazers, if I was to guess.
Looked like it was in the spot of what would usually be a hold.
Marcus Slayton was right on his heels and was able to bring him down. The flag is at the 49-yard line. It was thrown by this side judge over here. And Valley View looks like they're retreating, so I think they agree with that call. It is a hold against the Blazers.
Penalty will go against the Blazers holding.
I knew that's what it was. I wasn't sure the referees agreed with me or not. But that was a great call there. 16.8 seconds left. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Blazers. The ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Again, we're missing our buddy Todd Vincent. He's at home on the mend. Or he's not at home. He's
still in the hospital.
Had surgery today, so we're praying for him and hope he gets well soon. There's a pass over the middle. Nice job there. I believe that is Elrod, isn't it?
Yeah, Austin
Elrod knocks that ball down. And so the quarterback rolled to his left and then threw back to the middle of the field, and Elrod was able to get there right at the last second to knock that down. Austin Elrod, a 6', 160-pound senior, playing a little safety tonight, looks like. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12 for Valley View. They have 3 receivers out to the right, 2 on the far left. The quarterback, Carson Turley, the only person in the backfield. He looks to his left. He's going to keep it and scramble. And he's going to be hit there by number 9, T.J. Scott, and number 21, Jay Roberson.
Great job by T.J. and Jay. That run felt like it was going to go for quite a ways, and it came to a halt.
They closed in quick,
Absolutely.
So a gain of about 6 or 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for Valley View. That's the end of the first quarter. Again, your score, Valley View 7, Rivercrest 6. Again, we thank y'all for tuning in. Before tonight's contest, the Rivercrest cheer team received their state championship rings in a ceremony at 6:30. Congratulations to them, the crew from 2021-22 season. Many of them are in college now, and they came back all dressed up. Looked really nice out there to receive those rings.
I think all except one was able to make it back tonight. It's always good to see those students get recognized for the excellence they had.
The teams will swap sides of the field. We'll see what the Colts can do as they run toward the concession stand here at the Tez.
This is one of those spots with Carson Turley back there. You got to watch the fake, and you're also in a spot on the field where a fake could come.
Right, there's a snap. He rolls to his right, kicks it, little rugby-style kick. Ooh, Rayner. I thought he was going to touch that for a minute, and the ball rolls into the end zone for a touchback. I sure thought he was fixing to grab that.
That was a little Olay.
And there was about 3 or 4 Blazers closing in on him. So 11:50 left to go here in the first half. Your score, Valley View 7, Rivercrest 6, and Rivercrest takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Had a promising drive going that last time, and just we seem to be picking up just every now and then just a negative play where it's not really the defense that's causing it. We're just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, Coach.
Yeah, just a few bobbles and different things like that, just slowing us down. Cavante Washington again, quarterback. There's a little double handoff there, but it's going to be for nothing as I couldn't see who that second runner was. Was that Stovall?
That was Marcus Slayton.
Slayton, okay. There's a flag that came out late. Not really sure. It looks like they're going to be marking it off against the Colts.
It's one of those things where you're hoping he runs upfield or pursues the ball, and he did a great job of just staying where he was.
The referee just personal foul, face mask against. The referee turned back around, and now he's marking it off against the Blazers. So it's a 15-yard penalty. And so that kind of helps our field position right there as the ball is going to be marked at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Colts. 11:43 left to go in the first half.
We'll take yards any way we can get it.
Absolutely. Again, Cavante Washington, the sophomore quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Kobe Turner, who goes to his left side. He's still on his feet, and he's finally brought down after about a 7-yard gain as he takes it out to the 40. Looks like the 42-yard line.
About a gain of 7.
So a gain of 7 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 3. Again, Kobe Turner's had 2 weeks in a row of 100-plus yards on the ground. That's he's been averaging about 9 yards a carry. Picked up 7 on that one. This time the ball is going to be kept by Washington, and he falls forward at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
He was holding that ball out there a long time. A lot of what we do is timing and motion plays, and that timing felt off on that one from the beginning.
3rd down and 3 here for the Colts. This is usually where we look for Michael Rayner. Clock's at 10:40 and counting.
I know Coach Harden would love to see Kobe get another 100-yard game. That was one of the things he says. We got to be able to establish a little bit of a run game.
8 seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to call a timeout right here with 10 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first half. Again, you're just joining us. Valley View scored first. And
about a 6-yard run.
6-yard run.
Carson Turley.
And then the point after was good. And then the Colts on the kickoff, Jade Stovall caught the ball and ran it in on a kickoff return from 58 yards out. The point after by Marcus Slayton was blocked. And so your score right now, 7-6, Valley View with 10:25 left to go in the first half.
Well, it's almost always, I saw the 3 of the last 6 games we've played against Valley View have been 6 points or less separating those outcomes, and you always expect a hard-fought, close game every time we play the Blazers.
The Blazers they've improved quite a bit over the past several years. There was a time where they weren't real competitive in football, but they're in the 5A East, and you have to have some talent to compete up in the 5A for sure.
Absolutely. Finished second in their conference last year, and I think they're picked to finish second this year behind Wynn.
3rd and 3. There's Rayner is quarterback this time. He's going to have the first down, and he's going to – he fumbles the ball, it looks like, and not sure who fell on that. And it looks like Valley Views is celebrating as they pick up the football and on the fumble by Rayner. He had the first down. He was just trying to get a little extra, and they stripped the ball from his hand. So
about a 6-yard run there before Valley View did a good job of stripping that away.
And again, that's one of the things that Coach Harden talked about, is we got to keep the football. We can't turn it over. And here we are, 10-16 left to go in the first half, and Valley View takes over. They're still in that same formation. They've seen some success in. They're going to pitch it out to the right to McMullen. He's got some room over there, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 8 yards, it looks like. He wears number 18. He's a 5'11", 165-pound senior. Coming into this game, he only had 4 carries for 17 yards.
Yeah, that got upped in a hurry.
Turley under center. Takes a snap. Again, the handoff to McMullen, I believe. And I see Kimbrough down in the bottom of that, as well as number 5, Wyatt Lancaster.
They've definitely seen something here they can take advantage of, and we really had a hard time slowing this down.
Kavion Williams also coming out at the bottom of that pile. So 1st and 10 for the Blazers. The ball is at their Rivercrest 36-yard line. 9:27 left to go in the first half. This time Charlie rolls out to his right. He passes over the top, and there's a receiver down there who catches the ball and steps out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be –
that's going to be Brian Huff
at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10 as the ball was passed to the 6'3", 225-pound junior tight end, Brian Huff.
Did a great job of drawing us in, that inside run, and you have success running it. That play action works great.
9:18 left to go in the first half. 7-6 Valley View on top, and they're threatening here again. And this time it's going to be can't really see the number on that one either.
Like Carson Turley, quarterback keeper.
Keep it. Okay. He's going to take it down to about the 5-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Again, they wasted no time getting up to the line of scrimmage. Hurley takes the snap, hands it off to McMullen, and he's going to be wrapped up, and maybe they're going to give him forward progress there to the 4, so he's back to –
like Tyshawn Love, Jay Robertson in there.
So, hey, that's going to bring up a big 3rd down right here. 3rd and 3 from the 4-yard line.
I'm really surprised they've tried to go off tackle a few times. When they've taken it up the middle, they've had success.
There's Turley, and he hands it off this time. Looks like they're going to get through. Oh, no, the 1-yard line is what they marked him down.
It's going to be big number 8 on that carry.
Number 8, LaJavian Irvin, 5'9", 248-pound senior fullback. Ooh. He has 5 carries for 17 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season.
He's a load.
Oh, there was a fumble on the snap there, and he picked it up and was able to carry it in. Carson Turley. Everything's kind of going Valley View's way here in this one. And they pick up another 6 points on the Turley 1-yard quarterback keeper. 7:53 left to go in the first half, and the Blazers up 13-6. And there's a chance now to add 1 to that. It's number 17, Brody Dix, who's been perfect so far on the season on point after attempts. and he can add another one to that. And so 14-6 now is the score with 7:53 left to go here in the first half. Valley View on top.
Well, they did a great job taking over just past midfield where after we fumbled the ball and just went on a little seven play, 52-yard drive. Really, except for most of it on the 25-yard play action pass, but that comes because you're having success running the ball.
Again, both these teams come into this ball game 1-1 on the season. Valley View lost to Harding Academy on their first game, and then they went to Poplar Bluff, Missouri last week and won 16-2 there. The Colts traveled to Manila on their first game of the season and won that contest, and then went to Little Rock Mills last week and played a very strong Mills team well early, but then kind of faltered after halftime and came out of there 1-1 on the season. The last time Brody Dix kicked off, Jaden Stovall caught it and took it in from 58 yards out. Let's see if he's lining up away from Stovall this time.
That's a smart man.
And looks like he's targeting Kavion Williams over there. This is actually going to go out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, which draws the flag.
Kickoff goes out of bounds. Coach will have the option of taking the ball where it went out of bounds.
We really had a hard time getting anything going on offense. Looked like we were moving the ball the last drive, picked up a first down, and then Valley View did a good job of just stripping the ball and getting that turnover.
So the Colts will have first and 10 at the Blazers' 48-yard line. 20 seconds on the play clock. And the team in red, the home team, they're in their red tops, gray pants, red stripes, and those red helmets with the horseshoe. There's a snap, and that looks like is that Rayner in at quarterback?
I think it was Cavante.
No, it was Cavante, yeah. Washington wears 1, and Rayner wears 1, and Washington wears 11. And sometimes you can only see half of the number there. It's hard to tell sometimes. And when you're my age, it's hard to see anyway. Washington back to pass. He finds an open receiver, Rayner over there, and he's going to be brought down by number 1, Daquan Galloway, but not before he gets close to the first down. The ball is going to be spotted at the 40-yard line, and I think he's having a shoe problem over there. He finally gets up. So 3rd down and 2 coming up for Rivercrest. Have 2 receivers out here to the right. You got Kavion Williams and Austin Elrod. Rayner and Stovall on the other side. Oh, a snap.
Wow.
Goes past Washington.
Just
he's going to pick it up, and he's still on his feet, but now he's brought down at the Rivercrest 30-yard line. So not really sure what happened there on that snap, but it was a bullet that went past. That was
a 30-yard loss.
30-yard loss on the play, and so we're going to be forced to punt here on 4th down.
It didn't look like Cavante was ready for that snap. Just a miscommunication. I don't know who forgot the snap count, but promising drive is going to come to an end once again.
So number 5, Wyatt Lancaster, 5'9", 143-pound junior, back to punt for the Colts. Number 52, Tyshawn Love, coming in to join that line as they get ready to punt the ball. There's a flag for a delay of game against Rivercrest. 5:51 left to go here in the first half. the Colts are down 14-6 and getting ready to punt the ball away to the Blazers.
So 4th and 35. Not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for that one.
There's a low snap. He gets it off. The ball is going to be caught. Oh! He drops it, and looks like Rivercrest may pick it up.
It's Rivercrest
yes,
ball.
Rivercrest has the football. So that is a big play for the Colts. Number 19, Jaden Stovall comes up with it. The Valley View Blazer return man had to come up a few steps, and when he did, the ball just kind of went through his hands and kicked off his leg, and Stovall was there to recover it. So 5:31, that was a big play. Let's see if we can make them pay for this here as the Rivercrest offense comes back on the field. The body language right now for the Colts just doesn't look real great out there. You know, they're kind of moping around a little bit, and
a little lethargic.
Just need to pick it up some. You know what? You make a mistake, you go to the next play. They're still only 8 points down in this thing. 5:31 left in the first half. There's a lot of football left, and Coach Fleming is talking to the officials here. Not sure what's going on, but he's calling for the white hat to come over, and he's making a plea for something.
Not sure.
You know, Coach Fleming's he's about as mild-mannered as anybody. Even right now, you know, he's talking to the official. He's still real calm, but that's kind of the most I've ever seen him fired up.
It looks like they're giving Valley View the ball, and I don't see how that could happen. It definitely hit off of the Valley View player.
Yeah,
on the muff.
And Stovall had the ball in his hand.
Absolutely, no question. Looks like it just hit right off his shin, bounced right in front of him, hit off his shin, and the Colts recovered it. That's an easy call. I don't know what they're seeing out there, Coach.
So Coach Fleming's handling that a lot better than I would in that case.
I just don't understand.
And the referees
that at all.
are having to converse about this. I don't see. Wow! They are giving Valley View the football.
I don't know how that could be.
Oh wow!
There's
wow!
No possible way.
Wow!
It's easily a muff punt, Coach.
Wow.
Hit off the punt returner's shin and
mercy. So they're saying Valley View football after the ball, the return man for Valley View dropped the ball on the kick. The ball hit off his leg. It went forward about 5 yards.
Yes.
There was a pile. Stovall comes up with the football, and Valley View is awarded the football after the fumble.
I just don't know any scenario where that ball goes back to Valley View.
Unless they're saying Stovall took the ball out of the kid's hands on the ground, I don't know. But
it looks like they initially called Rivercrest with the possession.
They did.
So I'm not sure what's happening there, but that is what looked like a momentum swing with an 8-point loss, and the fans are not happy about it, and I understand completely, Coach.
Woo, mercy.
Wow.
And that's definitely not home cooking there. We talked about home field advantage. You don't have the home field advantage there when you're not getting that call.
My goodness. I just don't.
And, you know, here's what I noticed, too. The Valley View sideline, they kind of turned their backs away from that whole conversation because I think they felt the same way.
I think they know it should be our ball, too.
They ought to just do the right thing, Danny, and just say, you know what, no, that's their law.
That's right, Coach. Wow, that's a huge blow. What looked like a huge momentum swing back to the Colts. And
big time. We were fixing to get the ball at midfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Valley View here try to air it out right here and put a little dagger on this play.
They've changed formations. They're back in that spread offense. Carson Turley in the backfield. You got two receivers out both sides of the field. He's going to keep it. They run the ball up the middle, and he's going to be met there by T.J. Scott, and they're going to pile him up right there. He's never really gone down, but they blow the whistle dead. So It's going to bring up second down and a long 3.
On my stat sheet, I just put several question marks
4.
on there.
Second down to 4. Yeah.
I have no idea.
So 3 receivers out left, 1 to the far right. Quarterback Carson Turley he scrambles to his right. He's going to keep it, and he's going to step out just before the chain there. It's going to bring up third down and about 2. 4:52 left in the first half. Score 14-6. Valley View on top. The big turn of events right there, man, is Rivercrest and everybody in the stadium thought that we had just recovered a fumble, and Valley View was awarded the football. They're back in that power formation over there. They're going to run the ball that right side.
That's too much.
They still on his feet is McMullen, and
you gotta blow the whistle at that point. You're gonna get somebody really hurt.
It's getting a little testy out there, and
wow,
the officials are kind of letting this one get out of hand here at the Tez. 4:38 left to go in the first half. 14-6, Valley View on top.
We've really had no answer for Valley View in this formation so far. I don't know what adjustments that we've tried to make, but they've come up a little short so far.
Again, receivers out to the right and left. He's going to dump it over to the right side to number 7. That is Zakai Irvin, 5'7" junior wide receiver, and he's going to pick up a few yards before he's brought down at about the 25-yard line, 24-yard line. Second down and about 5 to go.
Good job by Kobe Turner coming up and making that play. We initially hit him, but good athlete. Can't just put a shoulder into him. You got to wrap up.
Kobe playing linebacker tonight. Turley's going to roll to his left. There's the pass over to the left, and it's going to be caught by number 6, Jackson Harmon. He's the big 6'5", 180-pound senior, and he's going to take the ball down to the Rivercrest 13-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blazers. 3:47 and counting here in the first half. Number 52, Tyshawn Love, checking in for the Colts. And number 12, Kevin Morris, checking out. Turley takes the snap. He pitches it out to McMullen. He's going to be met in the backfield there by
Marcus
Slayton, number 3, and he just slings him down to the ground. And McMullen's hurt on the play. He's coming off, kind of holding his right arm a little bit. It's going to be a tackle for loss of 4 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 14. McMullen might have got hurt on that. He was slammed down pretty hard. He came up holding his right arm. There's a pass by Turley to the big 6'5" receiver, Jackson Harmon.
A good job by Wyatt Lancaster making a play in space right there.
Lancaster and Jacavion Williams both in on that. And the ball's going to be spotted at the 15-yard line. Bring up a long third down and about 12 for the Blazers. 2:30 and counting left to go here in the first half. Need a couple big stops right here and get that ball back. Right now the momentum's shifted back to the Blazers. Thought for a second there, we were getting ready to make a run, and just a very unfortunate play for the Colts as the ball was given to Valley View after a fumble on the punt return. Wyatt Lancaster came up with, Jaden Stovall came up with the football, and but the officials gave the ball to Valley View, which
I know the officials had some sort of explanation. It wasn't good enough for our fans or us, and by the way Coach Fleming stayed out there a long time, it wasn't good enough for him either.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
And again, he's very mild mannered and handled himself well on that, considering the play. That's the most I've seen him tuned up. So 2:06, we have a timeout on the field. I believe the Colts might have called that timeout. They have one left.
It's a big play right here, Coach. We've done a pretty good job last couple plays. Jacavion Williams tonight, I didn't even have him on my defensive sheet. He had no tackles last week. He's up to 6 tackles and a tackle for a loss already. So the sophomores played well.
There's a man in motion. It's Turley passing to his right. There's a receiver, and he's wide open on the slant. That's number 81, I believe.
Touchdown Blazers.
Mark Wilson, 5'11", 175-pound senior.
That's one thing when you're out there on an island. We were always taught as defensive backs, you got to take away the inside, and looks like we gave a little bit of a free release, and that was just an easy pitch and catch.
So a 12-yard or 15-yard rather reception, and the point after is good by Brody Dix. And with 2:01 left to go in the first half, Valley View on top 21-6.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, the Colts had to punt and clearly hit off the punt returner's leg, and the Colts recovered it. Jaden Stovall recovered the muff punt. I think everybody, including Valley View, thought it was our ball. They got real quiet and real still on that sideline, and somehow they gave Valley View the ball, and Valley View goes right down and puts another touchdown on the board. It's just a bad series of events right there.
I would like to see that one again.
Yeah.
Just to see what happened. All right, here we go. 2:01 left to go in the first half. Colts down 21-6. It's going to be number 80 set to kick off for the Blazers. I believe that's the first time he's kicked off tonight. Wyatt Oldham. He's a 5'9", 156-pound sophomore. He's lined up as if he might kick it deep.
Oh,
it's going to be Rayner over there.
Yeah.
Rayner's having a tough time tonight. His hands, that's a couple that he's kind of bobbled. And this time he's going to wind up being dropped at the 20-yard line. So very uncharacteristic for him tonight as he had a few of those.
The whole night so far has just felt a little out of sync. Any drive the Colts have had, there's been a play where they've kind of shot themselves in the foot. Credit Valley View's defense on a great job through most of the night, but there's been that one weird play in every drive. Last time we were driving and miscommunication on the snap that went 30 yards behind us.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can put a clean drive together.
Jacavion Williams over here stretching like he might be tightening up a little bit.
Like Michael Rayner,
That's Rayner in quarterback, and he's going to break a tackle or two, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 8 on the play. We're going to spot it at the 28-yard line. Clock running at 1:40 here in the first half. I see some Lady Colts basketball players here supporting the football team.
Yeah. Excited to see the Lady Colts play this year.
Pretty good crowd on hand. There's a lot of people standing up at the gate around the way. Rainer's going to keep it, run to the left side this time, breaks the tackle, and
just nowhere to go.
Wind up being he's going to be close. He's going to have the first down.
That's pretty incredible.
1:11 on the clock as the chains move. Colts have 1 timeout remaining here in this first half.
And that is what he brings to the backfield when he's back there, just dynamic running ability. The ability to get those 2 yards right there was born in Michael Rayner.
This time he's going to take it to the right side and fall forward for a gain of about 2. And looks like we're going to have a timeout, Rivercrest, with 51.1 seconds left to go in the first half. Valley View on top 21-6 in this one. They hold the series advantage at 5-3 in their 8 games they've played. One of only 2 teams that have the advantage over the Colts in those that have played in 8 or more games. Valley View and Wynn are the only 2 teams that have
incredible
winning record against them in those in games where they've played 8 or more times.
Well, I would say we need something big to happen, but it wasn't too many minutes ago. I thought we did have something big happen, and just didn't. Call didn't go our way. It's not going to change now, so we're just gonna roll with it, and need the Colts to make a play here before half. You definitely don't want to make a mistake on this side of the field where Valley View could really put it on you.
If I see Kobe Turner over here on the sideline, I'm not sure if he's just taking a break or if he's hurt or something. But he's just standing over here with his helmet off. You would think he would be usually out there. On
it's like Avante's taking the snap this time.
It's going to little trick play there. There's a pass by Rayner over the top, and there. Oh,
wow!
That is no, that wasn't Rayner. Who was that pass? Number 7. That was
Joe Lewis
Ralph. Yeah,
man, great throw and just out of the reach of Rayner.
Little trick play there by the Colts. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. 44.2 seconds.
I didn't think he had any chance of getting open on that, and he just flew by the last 3 defenders, and that pass was just a half yard beyond his reach.
Kevion Williams checks in. He's going to be over here on this right side. Cavante passes. It's complete to Michael Rayner. He's going to take it out to the 45-yard line. Good enough for a first down. That'll stop the clock at 38.4 seconds until the chains are moved. Again, the Colts are out of timeouts. They started the clock before they got everything set here.
Yeah,
here we go.
Sure.
There's a pass
to
the right side. There's some contact down here, but there is no flag on the play.
Much to the dismay of the Colt faithful in the stands here. And that's Cabante's first incomplete pass of the night. Just trying to make something happen. It's hard here when you're playing everybody back in pretty much a prevent defense.
2nd down and 10. The ball is at the Rivercrest 45-yard line. 26.5 seconds left to go in the first half. Pass out. Michael Rayner. That's twice we've had that ball go through.
Man, it stayed in play. Wow.
It was a lateral that just went through the hands of Rayner, and he dove for it. Couldn't gather it in, and Valley View was able to pick it up and pick up another 4 or 5 yards. And they're going to have a 1st and 10 at the Rivercrest 13-yard line with 14.7 seconds left. And they have 2 timeouts as well. Valley View's up 21-6. And they're going to take one of their timeouts. So 14.7 seconds left in the first half. Valley View on top 21-6. They just took a timeout after recovering a fumble at the Rivercrest 13-yard line. Just not, like you said earlier, just out of sync. Just don't seem to be playing Rivercrest Colt football here tonight.
I mean, and Michael Rayner tries to do the right thing and jump on the ball and help knock it out of bounds, and somehow it stays in bounds, gets kicked around, and Brian Huff ends up with about a 3 or 4 yard return. I was really surprised with it. Looked like a convoy of Blazers there. I'm not sure how they didn't score. I don't know who made that play for us, but it was a touchdown saving tackle. Wow. I'll tell you, with the long snap behind us, that's the second lateral. Two missed passes that were backwards, gone for 41 yards of lost yardage today. So I'm not sure we'll even be a positive yards at the half.
Wow. So the spread offense for the Blazers, they're looking to try to tack onto this lead. And Turley rolls to his right.
Oh, looks like a hold right there. No call.
He still has the football, passes it over to the corner. Oh, it's dropped. Goes through the hands of number 7, Zakai Irvin. And about 8 seconds go off the clock. There's 6.9 seconds left to go here in the first half.
It's like Chink Kimbrough pushed the Valley View offensive lineman into the backfield and tried to get off of him, and thought there might have been a little bit of a hold, but you could probably call a hold almost every play in high school football.
You know, they've done a pretty good job on him tonight. I haven't really called his name out a whole lot. How many tackles?
I still think he has 6 tackles in the first half, so
there's a quick pass over the top. This could be knocked down. It is by Jacavion Williams. Great play by the sophomore there on the coverage, and he's having to guard that big 6'5" wide receiver out there. And
that's a tall order for a 10th grader.
Yeah, but he's athletic enough that he can get in position to knock that down.
Well, both times they've thrown towards Kavion Williams has been to Jackson Harmon, and on the first one he was just glued to Harmon running down the sideline. Great coverage, and right there did a good job of getting the inside position and knocking that ball down.
I could see them going back to Harmon right here, trying that again. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
There's 2.6 seconds left to go in this first half. They just used their final timeout. They're up 21-6. You got 6'5" against a 5'8" sophomore over here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to hook up with that 6'5" senior again over here on this left side. Actually, they're going to come out with a field goal unit. So that's Brody Dix.
30-yard field goal right here. With 2 seconds left.
Hold the kick, and it's good.
And they're going to call running into the kicker. We dove and looked like we were about to block it and just didn't quite get there. It's going to be a running into the kicker, so I'm not. But no time remaining. I don't know if you'll want to take a chance and take points off the board.
Right. It'd be if it's running in, it'd be 5-yard penalty. Is that correct?
That's correct. And unless they called a roughing, and it shouldn't have been. I mean, the guy just kind of tripped over our defender. But after some of the things that have happened tonight, I won't put anything past it.
They declined it. So
yeah.
So at the half, that's the last play. At the half, the Valley View Blazers are up 24-6.
Wow.
24-6. Again, we appreciate you tuning in. We hope you'll like and share the broadcast and subscribe to our YouTube page. And we're fixing to turn it over to the cheerleaders. They're going to perform the reigning state champion.
That's right.
Cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
And then we'll come back here in just a little bit with some halftime stats for you. So appreciate you listening. We'll be back in just a few moments. All right. Hey, welcome back to Rivercrest Athletics as we bring you coverage of tonight's home game between your Rivercrest Colts and the visiting Valley View Blazers. So far, it's been all Valley View in this first half. Not been the Rivercrest football that we are used to seeing. A lot of mistakes out there. Had some turnovers and some weird plays, really, that we're not used to seeing.
Well, we talk about, keys to the game for almost every football game there is. They talk about TPS report with turnovers, penalties, and special teams. And we've had an extra point blocked. We've given up a pretty good kick return. Really thought we got a plus on that on a muff punt by Valley View. Still not sure what that call was, but it was at a crucial time when Colts were just down 8 and would have got the ball at midfield, and then somehow Valley View got the ball and was able to drive down and score. The Colts, we've had 3 plays. We've had 2 laterals that we missed out of the backfield and one snap to our quarterback that the quarterback wasn't ready for. And just those 3 plays, we lost 71 yards. And between 40 yards passing and the rushing yards that we did have, we ended up with a net of 10 yards at halftime. And I never remember a Colt team having fewer yards at halftime. And while Valley View has accumulated 156 yards of offense, they've done a good job getting in that power formation. Rushed for 99 yards on 20 carries. Turley was 5 of 10 through the air for 57 yards. I mean, not just astronomical numbers, but they've been effective when they needed to be effective.
Right. And you said you've watched a film of their previous 2 games, and you didn't see that formation.
Not at all.
So that's something they installed for this game, and they went to it, and it was successful for them. And, it's just one of those things. We have to make some adjustments here at halftime and just kind of let that first half just put it behind us. And there's a reason why we played 2 halves, and we'll see what happens here. We could very easily come out here and dominate the second half and come out with a win here at the Tez.
Valley View will be receiving come out of the second half. Just a few defensive stats. We did have some guys, really step up. Marcus Slayton, always solid, had 8 tackles, 2 for a loss in the first half. Wyatt Lancaster, TJ Scott, both had 5 tackles. Trent Kimbrough and Jacavion Williams each had 6 tackles. Jay Robertson had 5 tackles. He's done a good job coming up, making some plays on the edge, and we're going to need some of these guys to have a lot more in the second half, and hopefully get some turnovers, get that ball back.
All right, here we go. 12 minutes is on the clock. 24-6, Valley View on top here as we start this second half. Michael Rayner, number 1, set to kick off. Again, our usual kicker is number 58, Josh Johnson, but he's over here on the sideline with an injury. And Rayner's kick is going to be picked up about the 18-yard line by number 13. That is Jay Mormon, and the reason we're laughing is because Michael Rayner's the one who tackled him. The kicker, he was one of the first ones down the field and made that tackle. So, Rayner had a rough first half, but he's coming out fired up here to start this second half. Let's see if we can build on that and shut these guys down here in their first possession of the second half. Valley View has run a lot of the spread formation here, but they also run a little power where they tighten it up in there and run off that right side. There's Turley, the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to number 3. That's Slade Caldwell, and he's going to pick up about, looks like 7 yards before he's finally brought down. Marcus Slayton over there in that pile, as well as Austin Elrod.
A little too much there on first down. They did a good job just wiping out the right side there.
Colts usually have a 3-man front. I see Kevin Morris over there at that defensive end spot on the left side. Carson Turley, again, the quarterback. He's going to hand it off.
Oh, wow.
does a great job, the running back does, of shifting his feet, and still never did go down before they blew the play dead. They're going to give him forward progress, and he's going to pick up the first down for the Blazers. The ball is going to be spotted, looks like at the 41-yard line. 11:06 left to go in the third quarter.
Did a good job getting some penetration there. Coach just couldn't make the play. Great job by Gartman there.
They 17 seconds left on the play clock as Carson Turley, the quarterback, calls the play. There's the snap. He drops back the pass. He throws it to the right side. It's complete, and there's a missed tackle over there, and it's going to allow him to have a first down as he finally is taken out of bounds in Rivercrest territory. It's going to be about the 45-yard line, it looks like. Actually, they're going to move it up to the 44-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Blazers with 10:35 left to go in the third quarter.
Nothing tricky there, Coach. Just pitch and catch and made a guy miss and got positive yards.
3 men for the Blazers moving over to the left side to set up. There's a pass to one of them. That's number 15, Bo Smith. And Bo Smith's going to be tackled by number 2, Kobe Turner. Bo Smith is slow getting up. Bo is the son of Jason Smith, was the coach at Nettleton. He's the girls' coach at Greene County Tech now.
Okay. Yeah, we both thought there was a hold on that play, and for once tonight, the referees agreed with us.
We need more of that. So 10:26 left to go in the third quarter. 24-6, Valley View on top. They're facing a 1st and 20 after that holding penalty. There's a snap to Turley. He's going to – there's a penalty before the snap. And see what the call is here. It's going to be a false start against
This is one of those situations, Coach, where we have to make those penalties hurt a little bit and force a punt on this drive.
So 2 penalties in a row on the Blazers. That puts them 1st and 25 now at their own 40. They were down in Rivercrest territory. And the clock still says 10:25. There's a snap to Turley. He's going to hand it off to Caldwell on that right side. He is going to be brought down. Great job. I believe that's 12, Kevin Morris, who was able to wrap up his feet and bring him down. And it's going to be another loss on the play. Ball's going to be spotted at the 37-yard line. Loss of 3.
Really thought Trent Kimbrough got held there, but he stayed with the play and came back and was in on that tackle along with Kevin Morris and looked like Jeb Gantz.
He might be the strongest guy on that field. I doubt you're going to hold him very long.
Absolutely.
This time Turley rolls to his left. He's looking down the field. He makes the pass. It's knocked down by Austin Elrod. Great defensive play there by the senior, 6 foot, 160 pound. And great job of knocking that thing down.
It's his second pass deflection tonight.
It is.
Boy, he played it well.
3rd down and 28 for the Blazers. 9:41 left now in the third quarter.
3rd and 29 for the Blazers.
3 men out far left, 1 receiver to the right. Player there in the backfield with the quarterback, Turley. He's going to take the snap. He throws deep over the middle.
Oh, wow.
There is a player down there. He goes through his hands. That is
like T.J. Scott did a good job of getting his hand up, maybe messing with his vision a little bit as the pass was coming in.
I believe that was number 21. Is that 21, Danny?
Yes.
The intended receiver?
Yes.
T.J. Starks. That's going to bring up a long fourth down, 4th and 28. And, again, the quarterback, Carson Turley, is also the punter. It looks like Michael Rayner is back to receive this. He's a rugby-style kicker. He rolls to his right, and he's going to kick it. It's going to hit about the 26-yard line, and then take a Rivercrest bounce back to about the 29. So 1st and 10 for the Colts with 9:25 left to go in the third quarter.
Just some of those negative plays we talked about earlier left us with just 10 net yards for the half. Once again, something I don't think I've ever seen, but hopefully we can come out this second half, make some adjustments, and get on the scoreboard again, Coach. It's been a while.
See what we can do right here. Man in motion. Will be a handoff to Kobe Turner. He takes it on the left side. He's got some speed and some room over there, and he's going to take it out for the first down. I say first down. They're going to mark it just about. Yep, they're going to give it to him. So first down for Kobe Turner as he picks up 10 yards there. He came in averaging 9 yards a carry.
Yeah.
And been kind of quiet the first half. How many yards he had the first half?
He had 3 carries for 18 yards
18
in the first
yards,
half.
yeah. He's had 2 100-yard games. This time he takes the handoff, and he's going up the middle for about an 8-yard gain. So we need to see more of that for sure. They bring up second down. Actually, they gave him 9.
Yeah.
So second down and 1 for the Colts.
Looks like Brett come out the second half wanting to establish a run game, and so far the Colts have done a good job.
8:50 left to go and counting here in this third quarter. Second down and 1 for the Colts. Cavante Washington, the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Kobe Turner. He's going to pick up the first down, and he's going to take the ball into Valley View territory as the ball is going to be spotted at the 49-yard line. So, again, the chains will be moved for the Colts.
We just really need to see a clean drive, Coach, where if they stop us on their own, they stop us, but something where we don't hurt ourselves.
Oh, there's another bobble. Pass over to Rayner. We were able to pick up some positive yards after Washington dropped that snap, and going to pick up 2 yards on the completion to Michael Rayner.
And that felt like a jinx. I'm going to quit talking now, Coach.
So second down and 8. Ball spotted at the Valley View 47-yard line.
Just the presence of mind for a sophomore to pick that up and not panic and find Michael Rayner. Good job just getting some positive yardage out of that.
There's a snap. Washington passes over to Kavion Williams. He's going to take it down to the 42-yard line. Actually going to mark it at the 43, I guess. So it's going to bring up a third down and about 4. Washington's going to hand it off to Kobe Turner. He takes it to the left side. He's going to pick up the first down as he takes the ball down to the 37-yard line. That play has worked pretty good for us here so far in this third quarter. Daquan Galloway on the tackle for the Blazers. They come in with 71 players on their roster. 25 seniors. 25 seniors.
Wow.
Out of that 5A East Conference. Washington is going to pass to the right. It's going to be complete to Austin Elrod. And he's going to take it down to the 33-yard line. So a gain of about 4 on the play. Bring up second down and 6 with 6:35 and counting here in this third quarter.
It's good to get some positive yards. We just need good things to happen right now.
It's going to be a pass to Stovall. He's going to take it to the right side. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So positive yardage there for the Colts. Just going to bring up 3rd and short. Looks like 3rd and 3. It's a ball spot at the 30-yard line with 6:17 left to go in the third quarter. Valley View's on top 24-6 in this one, and the Colts are driving here in the third quarter. Hand off to Kobe Turner. He's going to cut back up the middle. He's going to pick up. He's going to be close to the first down marker.
It's going to be really close.
Spot it at the 27-yard line.
Well, yeah, first down.
Yep, they're going to give it to him. So good spot for the Colts there. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of Valley View. 5:50 and counting here in the third quarter. Again, Javante Washington, quarterback. He passes over to the left side to Stovall, who made a great catch.
Still going.
And he's still on his feet. He shakes the tackle. He's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Rivercrest. Jaden Stovall made it interesting there at the end right as he was crossing the goal line, the ball popped up in the air, and he was there by himself to gather it back in. But he made some pretty good little moves over there. First of all, the pass was thrown behind him, so he had to reach back over his left shoulder to make that catch. And then he made the most of it as he took the ball in from 27 yards out. So great job by Mr. Stovall.
Once again, Valley View they were in position to make the play, and Stovall can just really run.
Washington rose to his right. Oh, the pass is incomplete on the 2-point conversion. So with 5:30 left to go in the third quarter, the Colts put 6 more on the board, and they trail now by 12, 24-12 in this contest.
Well, much better job. It's good things happen when you get it to your playmakers in space, and like you said, what a catch to start. Just to start from the go there, I thought, man, it could be disaster again, and Stovall did a good job reeling it in, then surveying the field and just really outrunning a ton of defenders on that side.
I tell you, his feet were moving so fast. They were just short, choppy steps, and he was able – and then at the goal line, that ball popped up. I was like, oh, no. So Michael Rayner set to kick off for the Colts. They're down by 12 in this one. Still plenty of time left. We just keep playing defense here. Good defensive stance in that defensive stand in that first possession for the Blazers. Rayner's kick goes to about the 20-yard line. It's dropped, and he still dropped. Oh. And the balls are still on the ground. I believe that the Colts have recovered it.
Well, who knows, Coach? We'll see.
It looks like it's at the 22-yard line. The last time, oh, man. And so Valley View apparently has this one as the officials are pointing their direction. And the referee looks over to the sideline as if he really didn't want to look over the sideline and point that direction. As the last time that happened, the crowd went crazy.
I just thought at that point, Coach, they might owe us one.
Yeah. So momentum's kind of changing a little bit here. You can kind of feel some excitement on this home team side of the field. And Rivercrest defense back on there. Number 52, Tyshawn Love coming in. The Blazers are going back to that little power formation. They have two guys on the right side. They're going to hand it off to McMullen, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to be at midfield. He's still going.
And then some.
He's being chased down, and he's going to take it out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. I was hoping there might be a flag down here somewhere on this end of the field, but
no laundry.
There's not. Marcus is coming up limping over here. I think he's cramping up a little bit, and he's going to come off the field. He was hobbling. Kimbrough's also coming off here.
It's going to be a 61-yard run by McMullen, and right there when you had a chance on the muff, kick return, and Valley View gets it, and then has a huge play right off the bat.
There's a handoff to number 8. That's LaJavian Irvin. I tell you, Coach, this formation they were running tonight, the real tight formation of power on the right side, I believe if I was them, I would just keep running that, man. They've seen a lot of success with that.
Yeah, and right now when you have a lead, it serves the purpose of running some time off that clock too, shortening the game.
4:43 and counting here in the third quarter. The Blazers are driving. They're down inside the red zone, and the quarterback's going to keep it this time. They're going to have a little scrum there, and the pile is finally brought to a stop.
Boy.
At about the 10-yard line, 9-yard line. No, they're going back to the 10. That's where they're going to spot it. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 for Valley View.
We've let those scrums go on a long time, Coach. I always worry about somebody getting hurt.
You worry about those legs right there.
It's easy to get rolled up on.
A lot of weight bearing on those legs. This time it's going to hand off to McMullen. He shifts to his right, and he's going to take that thing into the end zone for the Valley View touchdown with 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. That was just a great run by number 18, Matt McMullen. He great footwork by the running back there. He's a 5'11" senior, one of 25 seniors on this Valley View Blazer team.
We did a good job of stalemating them there in the middle, and just a great run to bounce it outside. And
another point after attempt is good by number 17, Brody Dix. He's perfect on the night. And that adds to the Valley View lead, 31-12 here with 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. Tough night for the Colts.
Yeah.
Again, we said, they were on a 10-game winning streak coming into this one.
Yeah.
And right now, that looks like they got to do something big here to make that.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, but eventually there's going to come a second regular season loss in this field. The crowd and coaches, they just combined to do a good job of just creating a great home field advantage. And Valley View has just simply outplayed us so far in this game. But no slouch, though. Valley View's a good team.
They are. They've been to the state playoffs the last 5 years in a row. Number 17, Brody Dix, set to kick off for the Blazers. A little bit different look. They've been lining up over here real close to the ball and just kind of pooching a little bit, and then he's going to kick it deep this time, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 1 yard line. So be a good start for the Colts here.
Well, it just went out inside the 5, and that's going to be the difference in 20 yards.
Yeah.
I can't remember if you get it at the 35 or the 40 in high school.
It's a 35 is where they're going to spot it. Mm-hmm. So with 3:50 left to go in the third quarter, the Rivercrest Colt offense comes back onto the field, and they'll take their next snap at the 35-yard line. Cheerleaders tonight got their state championship rings right before this one kicked off. That's going to be a handoff to Kobe Turner. He's got room. He's at the 35, the 30, the 25. He's at the 10. He's going to take it in to the house. Kobe Turner, that's probably going to put him over 100 yards, I think, close to it.
Probably so.
So with 3:40 left to go in the third quarter, Kobe Turner breaks one for 65 yards.
Man, great job by the offensive line just creating a gap up the middle, and Kobe Turner's the kind of back that doesn't need a whole lot of room on that line and he's strong enough to run through that first tackle, and once he broke that first man and got into the secondary, it was a race.
5'8", 160-pound junior, Kobe Turner, 65-yard touchdown run. Their quarterback, Cavante, is going to run to the right. He's going to take it in for the two-point conversion. So that's going to put 20 on the board for the Colts. They're down 11 in this one, 31-20, with 3:40 left to go in the third quarter. A little more energy on this side again.
Looks a lot better, Coach.
And it's a little more pep in the step here. And so let's see if we can – last time on the kickoff, they bobbled the ball a little bit down here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make that happen again, except this time let's fall on it.
Boy, and then right that very next play, McMullen did a great job, kind of like Rayner did, just busting it up the middle. We were able to walk him down, and then McMullen punches it in from 10 yards out. Then Kobe Turner answers with a great 65-yard run up the gut.
We talked about before the game last year in this contest, Valley View held the Colts to 50 yards rushing.
Yeah.
We got 65 on that one play right there.
It does help.
This time that's going to be number 1, Daquan Galloway. He takes it out to the 36-yard line, and that's where Valley View will start their next possession with 3:34 left to go in the third quarter.
Like Tamarje Fly and Mike Faison in on that tackle on the special team. So good getting those guys in the stat column.
Tamarje, a senior, wears number 16. Faison is a sophomore, wears number 23. There's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, Turley, and he's going to take it out for a gain of a couple to about the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Valley View steps back up to the line. There's a snap. Handoff this time, and there's some Colts back in the backfield, but number 3, Caldwell, is able to get around to the left side of the field and take the ball out of bounds. He made a little bit of something out of nothing there. He was going to be dropped for a loss, and he might have got back to the – actually, he's going to gain a yard on that.
Wow.
So the ball is going to be spotted. They're going to spot it at the 39-yard line. So 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Blazers. They had him back there in the backfield, just couldn't grab a hold of him. 3-man front for the Colts. There's Turley rolling to his right. He's looking to pass, and he had a man there, but he just overthrew him just a little bit. That was number 7, Zakai Irvin. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Blazers. Michael Rayner is going to be back deep for the Colts.
Well, it looked like he wanted to hit Jackson Harmon right there in the flat, and Kevin Morris did a great job of being right on him. He wasn't fooled at all. So he had to kind of drop it in over Kevin Morris and 2-7, and that's a hard pass.
Yeah, it is. All right. Turley back to punt. He rolls to his right. A little rugby-style kick.
Get away from it.
Get away from it. And it's going to roll down to about the 29-yard line. Or, correction, 24-yard line, 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Rivercrest with 2:37 left to go here in the third quarter. 3rd down in this one, 31-20.
First time in a while, first time in this game that we've had a score and then kept them out of the end zone. Get a little momentum.
Right. Spread offense for the Colts. Cavante Washington, the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Kobe Turner. There's that play to the left side. This time he kind of had to stutter step a little bit, and that gave the defense a little time to bring him down for a loss. So a loss of a long one on that one. It's going to bring up 2nd down. We're going to say a loss of 2, so 2nd down and 12 for the Colts.
He is up to 114 yards rushing on the night, so it's going to be, barring anything crazy, maybe the 3rd game with the
Washington with a pass over the middle. Oh, it's going to be
I don't know if he
incomplete. He dropped it.
Yeah.
So number 1, Daquan Galloway was there. That pass was intended for Rayner. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
A good play call. Daquan Galloway just made a great play on the ball.
So 1:56 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Rivercrest down 31-20. Washington's going to roll to his right this time, pass the ball. Oh, to the right side. This time it is going to be picked off. And that's number 12, Baylor Hancock, who got the start tonight for the Blazers.
Just threw it right to him.
At that linebacker position. And the ball was overthrown. And Hancock was right there for the interception.
It's always dangerous when you roll out and throw back towards the middle of the field and just overshot the receiver and just landed right in the hands of number 12.
Hancock.
Baylor Hancock, yeah.
He's 5'10" senior. So 1st and 10 for the Blazers after the interception. And the ball is good spotted at the 36-yard line. 1:51 left to go in the 3rd quarter. This time, Turley's going to keep it. He's going to fall forward for about 2 yards. And more importantly for the Blazers, the clock is running at 1:39 and counting. I believe they're going to start eating up a little bit of clock here in between plays.
I think you're right.
There's a handoff to McMullen.
Oh, good job by Trent Kimbrough.
Kimbrough in there to trip him up. McMullen's had a good night with running the ball. He was up to 113 yards before that carry right there. Again, he came in, I think, with 17 yards rushing before this game. 4 carries. Now,
great night for that young man.
So 3rd down and long now for the Blazers, 3rd and 7. They're going to pause for a second, look at their offensive coordinator. 8 on the play clock, 30 seconds on the game clock. And they're going to call a timeout right here as the play clock got to 1.
Timeout Blazers.
So timeout Valley View, their first timeout of the 2nd half. With 25.6 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Valley View's on top 31-20.
Marcus Slayton, Trent Kimbrough having another big night. Both of them up to 10 tackles each, 2 tackles for a loss. Trent's been in on the last 2 tackles, and we finally were able to slow down and stop some of those runs up the middle. But yeah, it really had a lot of momentum going before that interception. Big play here. This is where Valley View does a good job of really putting you in tough situations where you have to make a play in space. And that's hard for high school athletes.
That is hard, yeah. They were 5 for 13 last week against Poplar Bluff, 3rd down conversions.
Wow.
I'm sure they're a little bit better than that tonight. Turley drops back to Pat. Oh, the ball is tipped. It's going to be picked off. That is number 12, Kevin Morris, with the interception. He's going to take it down to about the 34-yard line. There's a flag come in at the end of that play. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but the ball was intercepted by Kevin Morris with 15.2 seconds left after it was tipped.
Did you see who tipped that ball, Coach?
I did not.
I didn't either. Have to go back and watch the video on that one. Not sure what the call is here.
Yeah, it came at the end of that play from the side judge over here. Let's see what the referee says here.
I thought it might be a spearing. I thought it might be a head-to-head. Yeah, like targeting.
They're moving the ball forward, so it's against Valley View.
It's going to be
it's 15 yards.
15-yarder.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Targeting.
Targeting penalty.
There is a targeting call against the Blazers.
Well, I thought it might be, Coach, but I've refrained from trying to guess tonight what the call is going to be.
So
Remember, it's going to be targeting on Gartman.
The ball is spotted at the 48-yard line with 15.2 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. We're going to swap out the footballs.
Oh, and
After
Slade
the
Caldwell. Let's see who that was targeting.
Targeting on number 3.
Yep.
There's the snap. There's the handoff to Kobe Turner. He's going to fall forward for about 8 yards on the play and takes it down to the 44-yard line, and the clock's going to roll down. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. So as we get ready to go to the final quarter, the Valley View Blazers on top in this one, 31-20.
Well, it'd be nice to see the Colts go down right here and at least make it a one-score game. Yeah, that'd be big. We've had chances tonight, despite the sloppy play, despite the bad play and some of the turnovers. We've had chances tonight, and several times on some sustained drives, just found a way to just really come up with a crazy negative play, unlike usually the kind of play you see here at the Tez.
This kind of has the feel of last year's game. You know, we were behind a little bit, and we come back and had a chance at the end, to win that thing. But hopefully that we'll have a big fourth quarter right here.
Absolutely.
And, we come down here and score 2 and come out here with a win. That would be awesome.
That'd be huge.
So 2nd down and 2. This time the handoff to Marcus Slayton. He's on the right side, and he's open field. And, man. He lowered that shoulder, and he is feeling good about it. It's
wow.
I'm not sure number 25. That's Laird Cullen. He was the last man there to save that touchdown, and he paid for it. So Marcus Slayton with the big run for the first down. This time he's going to get it again, and he's going to kind of jump over some folks there to pick up another yard or 2. There was a little extra activity on the blocking there on the far side. 11:30 left to go in this ball game.
When the coaches told us he doesn't care where he plays, he just likes to hit people, they weren't lying.
No. There's a little pass to Stovall. He's got
some blocks
blocks in front, and he's going to take it inside the 20 down to the red zone. It's going to bring up 3rd down. This is a big play for the Colts. 3rd down and about 2. 11 minutes left to go in this contest. Colts down 31-20, and they're driving here.
Well, Stovall's had a good night.
He's in motion there. This is going to be a handoff to Kobe Turner.
Wow.
And he's going to fall forward for the first down as he goes inside the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts with 10:42 left to go in this contest. Kobe Turner again with some positive yards there. He's over 100 yards again for the 3rd straight week.
I'll tell you, it happens sometimes, but it's not often that he goes down on first contact.
Right.
Does a good job running through contact. Strong.
He's strong
build.
And he has that low center of gravity. You know, he's a strong runner. This time, Washington's going to keep it. He's going to cut up the middle, tuck it, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down and about 7.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, Colts.
10 minutes left to go in this game. Kobe Turner and Kevontae Washington in the backfield. Man in motion. There's the handoff to Kobe Turner, and this time he runs to the right side, and he's going to be met there by number 11. That's their big linebacker, Brian Huff. He's 6'3", 225 pounds. He's the one that has offers from Arkansas and A-State and Memphis.
And Kobe usually has really good vision running the ball. That time right there, he decided to cut back left instead of following Trent Kimbrough, and Trent Kimbrough absolutely wiped out his man. If he breaks it out and follows Kimbrough, that could be a score, Coach.
Kimbrough just come off the field, too. Looks like he's stretching a little bit.
I think he's cramping up.
There's a little pitch out to Kobe Turner. He's going to take it out, and he's going to be down at about the 1 yard line,
Wow.
It looks like. And he's going out of bounds with 9:03 left to go here in the fourth quarter. So it's going to be first and goal for the Colts as Turner picks up the first down.
Well, he's up to 117 yards rushing just the second half.
Wow.
So it's been a great half. 135 yards on the night.
We got a chance here to cut this to one score if we can punch it in from 1 yard out.
I don't know what the play call is, but I'm following Marcus Slayton wherever he wants to block.
Oh, no. There's a bobble
wow.
snap, and the ball is going to be recovered at the 10-yard line. Wow.
That's really the one thing you couldn't have.
No. So another loss there on that play. It's going to bring up second and go from the 10.
That's the fourth team loss yardage play tonight that's going for negative 80 yards.
Wow. That's a lot of yards to give up.
And first and goal at the 1, and you're back at second and goal at the 10. That's hard.
We have 15 seconds on the play clock. Snap. This time it's going to be handoff to Marcus Slayton, and he's going to bull forward, and he takes it in for the score with 8:12 left to go in this contest. Add 6 more for the Colts. That's going to make it 31-26. We've done got in within 5 with 8 minutes to go.
Or just do that, Coach.
Or just do that. I like that play.
Little double handoff, and the first guy that came to him, he stiff-armed him to the ground. Now, I think he ran over 2 of their players and 1 of ours
He
to
did.
get to the end zone.
He was excited. This is his first time to play against the Blazers, and he was up for the challenge. There's another bad snap, and
wow.
The 2-point conversion is no good. Oh, and Kevontae is limping off. He's down now. He tried to get up and run off, and his legs just came out from under him there.
Boy.
So he's laying down at about the 17, 18-yard line. Coach Harden out there checking him out. He's in a lot of pain, looks like. So with 8:12 left to go in this game, the Colts just scored again on a Marcus Slayton touchdown run. They've cut this lead to 5, 31-26. They're getting ready to kick off. We have an injury on the field right now is Kevontae Washington after they failed 2-point conversion. Seemed to have a leg injury there. He came in last week's game, was hobbled with an ankle injury, and I'm not sure if that might not be the same thing going on right now. He's not playing at 100%.
Yeah, he really in the Manila game, I noticed when I was watching the film, didn't really know that night, but just watching film, he went out of the game limping, and didn't know it was going to be a continued thing. had a little bit of trouble last week, and I think he's still not 100%, Coach.
Right. He's been icing that thing pretty good during the day, so trying to get him where he could contribute for these Colts. So with 8-12, Michael Rayner set to kick off for Rivercrest. Last few times he's kicked it down to about the 20-yard line. Let's see what he does right here. There's been a couple of bobbled.
Yeah.
Oh, this time it's a little squibber, and nice hands there by number 86. That is Lance Cooper.
Pretty good execution, and I think you fooled him, but it didn't take that short hop right in front of him. He did a good job of just jumping on it.
So I'm sure Valley View is going to come out in that little power formation and try to run some of this clock out. Their quarterback is Carson Turley, 5'10", 161-pound junior. No, they're in a little spread formation. There's a snap. There's a handoff to number 3, I believe. That's Caldwell.
Yep.
And he goes nowhere. Actually, that's number 9, Zane Guthrie. Might be his first carry of the night.
Well, he was met by number 3, Marcus Slayton.
Marcus Slayton with a big stop there.
And Kevin Morris in on that play. So
7:47 and counting here. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9. There's a snap to Turley. He looks left. Now he looks back to the right. He's throwing down the field, and the ball is going to be incomplete as number 21, Jay Robertson, back there. The ball was intended for number 8, or correction, 81.
I'll tell you what,
That's Mark Wilson.
It was really a good no call by the officials. The Valley View receiver was hand fighting with Jay Robertson. Jay just stayed with it and batted the ball down.
And the thing about that play is it stops the clock at 7:27, so that's a big play for the Colts. We have 2 receivers out here to the right. There's a flag. There's a flag before. It's going to be another penalty against the Blazers. Yes. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14.
5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
Ball is spotted at the 41-yard line of Valley View. So 3rd and 14 coming up for the Blazers with 7:25. And we might ought to put 2 more seconds back on that clock because I think it was 7:27 before that snap.
I think you're right.
There's a snap. He looks to his left. He fakes.
Pump
Fake, and there's a receiver down there, and he makes the catch. What a catch.
That's Harmon.
He bobbled a little bit. Kavion was there, but he never really saw the ball coming in. And
wow.
Jackson Harmon, the 6'5" senior, come down with a big catch there for the Blazers with 7:16 left to go in this ball game.
Chance for the Colts to get off the field on 3rd and 14. Just a stop and go, and Jacavion wasn't fooled. He had him covered, and he's gotten the best of Harmon twice tonight, and Harmon just went up and made the play.
Now they're back to that little power formation. They're going to hand it off to
Marcus Slayton.
McMullen.
Man.
And Marcus Slayton with a big hit in there for a gain of about 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. The Colts still have 3 timeouts. Valley View has 2.
Really thought he had some room to run, and Marcus Slayton just came out of nowhere and ended that.
Be nice to see him knock one of those balls loose right there. One of those hits. Turley's going to hand it off to McMullen again, and he runs up the middle. And again, he's going to be met there by several Colts. I see
Kobe Turner and
number 52. That's Tyshawn Love. Also number 75. That's Colton Ball. He was on the bottom of that that pile. 6 minutes now and counting. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Valley View.
Had a hard time getting them off the field on 3rd down tonight, Coach, and you got to think this is easily 4-down territory.
The pitch out to McMullen. There is boy, he found just enough room there to fall forward and pick up that 1st down.
Wow.
As he drops inside the 10.
It's in a spot where you usually see a holding call.
Down to the 7. Is that a flag on the field?
There is a flag.
There is a flag on the play. Let's hope that it is a hold here. Because he picked up the 1st down. That stops the clock with 5:31. And it is a hold against the Blazers. That's a big play.
That is a big play.
So that will move the ball back. And it'll bring up a long 3rd down. 3rd and 16.
Yeah.
And, they kicked a field goal earlier. And that kind of puts them back, I don't know how good Dixon is on the long kicks here, but you would think if they don't score or if they don't pick up 1st down here that they might try that. There's a pass over the middle, and it's caught by number 81. That's Mark Wilson.
Wow.
Just short of the goal line.
He's had a couple of big catches for the Blazers tonight, and that was probably the biggest catch there. What that does is gives them 1st and goal at about the 2-yard line.
That's the 2nd time Wilson's been able to get inside position on our corners, and one was a 15-yard touchdown, and that one went for 24 yards down to the 1.
And that keeps the clock running, too, as he was tackled in bounds. They're going to give the ball to number 8, I believe.
Yeah.
That's LaJavian Irvin as he takes the ball in for the score with 4:43 left to go in this contest.
That's killer right there, Coach.
It sure is. That was a big play, big catch by number 81, Mark Wilson, to set that up.
Big play.
Wilson is a 5'11 senior. Boy, I tell you, they've got a lot of seniors on this team, 25 seniors to be exact, 71 players total. And here is Brody Dix. I said Dixon earlier, Dix. Oh, there's a bobbled hold, and he's going to be brought down. So T.J. Scott brings him down. So the extra point attempt is no good. That leaves the score, Valley View 37, Rivercrest 26. So back up to a 2-score lead for the Blazers. And time is not on our side. 4:43 left to go in this one. We'll have to score quick and then get the ball back in order to have a chance at this one.
I tell you, Coach, it's been good to see the Colts fight back. It would have been easy the way that first half just kind of went. Nothing went right for them, and it would have been easy to come out, just kind of keep your head down, and really it could have gotten out of hand. And they've done a good job of fighting back. That was a killer play right there, but I think it's just one of those things when you have a lot of tradition in your program and you expect to win, you just keep fighting. They've done a good job tonight.
I believe they're going to try to kick this one over here to Cavion. They're kind of lining up. Pooch that over here. It is in his direction, but it's going to go out of bounds. So, again, 4:43 left to go in the game. Rivercrest will take back over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Or
much
correction,
better job.
30-yard line.
In the second half.
Option of either taking it on the 35 or re-kicking it.
Looks
Okay,
like we're
they're going to
force a
re-kick it. All right.
Nothing
Let's
really
run
to
one
lose
back.
on that one, is it, Coach?
Let's run one back right here.
I'm fine with it. They're definitely not kicking to Jaden Stovall's side anymore. They made that quick game time adjustment tonight.
Right.
This is when I wouldn't mind Stovall just coming to this side during that time. Oh,
Little squib
it
kick.
is going to go to
Nice little
Stovall.
bounce. It goes to Stovall, and he's taking it out to the left over here. He's got a few blockers in front of him. He's
they're
at
wiping
midfield.
people out.
He takes it down to the 40, inside the 40, to about the 39-yard
Wow.
line. So probably not the best idea to kick it to the fastest man on our team.
Tackle made by
No.
Perkins.
And fourth,
Boy, they almost paid for that one again, Coach. We did a good job on this side of just wiping out several
Right.
defenders.
4:33 left to go in the game.
First and 10 Colts from the Blazers.
The first down, Colts at the Valley View 39-yard line.
Hey, great job by Coach Fleming to have him re-kick that ball.
Michael Rayner in at quarterback as Washington limped off previous series.
Oh, face
there's a
mask
face
right
mask.
there.
Kobe Turner's on his feet. He finally goes out of bounds. There's another flag
I
that
don't know
comes
what
in at
this
the end.
is.
So we had a face mask, I know, on the first flag. Let's hope this is not a
Offsetting.
penalty against
Yeah.
the Colts. They come in awful late there.
Didn't really see any activity going on in the middle. Wasn't
No.
sure.
Personal foul,
Face mask. All right.
The Blazers.
I think
Okay.
both flags
Both.
were thrown on
Okay.
for that play. Okay.
On the end of the run.
Good deal.
Appreciate Claremont giving us clarification on that one.
So 15-yard penalty.
First and 10 Colts.
It's going to make it 1st and 10 inside the red zone. About the 18-yard line. Again, Michael Rayner in at quarterback. Colby Turner in the backfield with him.
Well, you've set yourself up on this side of the field and that big penalty to be able to score quick. One of the things you talked about. So hopefully we can punch it in.
There's a snap. Rayner's going to keep it. He's going to roll to the right side, and he tries to split a couple defenders there, but they were able to bring him down just inside the 15 at about the 12-yard line. So 4:10 and counting. We still have 3 timeouts.
Boy, credit Valley View defenders on that
Let's
one.
go.
We
We
really
need to
had
get
a
up.
block pretty well.
Mhm.
They were able to get off the block right at the last minute, tackle Michael Rayner. That's not an easy thing to do.
Rayner, he's going to hand it off to Kobe Turner this time. He's on that left side. Oh, he takes it inside the 5 down to about the 2-yard line. That'll stop the clock just for a second as they move the chain. So 3:49 now and counting here. 1st and goal for the Colts. We need to get up there and get this thing punched in.
Yeah.
So we'll have a little time. We still have 3 timeouts.
like
We're
they
down 11.
Marked it at the 3-yard line.
There's a handoff to Kobe Turner. He's going to take it in.
Wow.
On the left side, the clock stops at 3:27. So there's 6 more for the Colts, and that cuts the lead to 5 at 37-32.
Pulling the score up to 37.
And looks like we're going to go
Left to go.
for 2.
Ball game.
Well, the Rivercrest Valley View game never fails to disappoint
No,
in a close
know,
game.
even as bad as we played that first half, probably
Yeah.
played the worst half we could possibly play.
Absolutely.
And we're a chance here to cut this to 3 with 3 minutes left to go. And
Oh.
Marcus Slayton is going to take that in. So the 2-point conversion is good. So with 3:27 left to go in the game,
Wow.
37-34. Yeah, he went in. Nobody really wanted to get in front of big Marcus right there. We'll give up the 2. And
Well, that was a smooth double handoff. And,
It was.
And there wasn't much time right there.
No.
Valley View did a good job of getting through, and great job by Kobe Turner being able to get that to him.
So this thing's not over yet. We're 3:27 left. I'm pretty sure we'll probably – well, I don't know. We have 3 timeouts. If we could stop them here, we could kick it a little deep. You know, they've bobbled a few of those deep balls so far tonight. We just have to somehow get the ball back. We have 3 timeouts. Valley View has 2.
Boy, just so many things happened so bad in that first half and so sloppy a game. And to be in this position even against a quality opponent
Right.
says a lot for the Colts.
All right, and this is the final non-conference game of the season. Next week, the Colts will be off, and the week after that will be a big one at Pocahontas for the first conference game.
Yeah, Pocahontas, favorite to win the conference this year. That will not be easy.
Let's see what happens here. Fason's going to kick it. Little onside kick.
Oh,
the ball comes loose. Let's see how they decide this one. Looks like there's a little scrum for the ball.
Well, we're not real excited.
And looks like number 1, Daquan Galloway, is going to come away with that. So Michael Faison is the one who kicked that football.
He did.
He sure did.
He did a good job, too. That was got a little bit of a bobble, and it looks like Daquan Galloway was able to reel it back in.
That's one of those I'd like to see. Slayton over here on this side across from that guy, knowing he's fixing to get hit.
Yeah, that'll make you back up just a half step.
That'll
anyway.
make you bobble a football for sure.
It becomes a business decision at that point. Boy, Slayton's done a good job. He's up to 15 tackles
15
tonight.
tackles,
so
wow.
Just another
All right, here we go, boys.
another great job.
3:24 left to go in the game. Blazers with the football, 1st and 10. There's going to be a handoff. McMullen, he's up the middle. He's going to be brought down by several Colts.
That's led by number 3.
Number 3, Marcus Slayton, right in the middle of it. Tackle number 16 on the night.
Wow.
I tell you what, he's a junior. He is just a junior. There should be colleges knocking down the door trying to get to him.
Man, absolutely.
2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the Rivercrest 49-yard line. We're inside 3 minutes now and counting.
I tell you, Brian Huff, great athlete, but I don't know if I'd trade Marcus Slayton for anybody I've seen this year.
There's a snap. Again, a handoff to McMullen. He's going to be brought down for a loss on the play, and the Colts are probably going to call a timeout right here. And the clock stops at 2:37. This is their first correction there. Oh, yeah, here we go. He was pointing at Valley View as if they'd called a timeout, but it's going to be charged to the Colts with 2:37. That's their first charged timeout here in the second half. Valley View, when we come out of this timeout, will be facing a 3rd down and 8.
Trent Kimbrough and Kobe Turner in on that tackle. Tackle for a loss. Actually lost a yard on that. So Trent Kimbrough's up to 12 tackles, 3 for loss tonight. So he's another young man. As we've talked about before, if he had the prototype height,
right,
I think you'd be getting calls from a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. And he came off again. He's over here on the side on this 3rd down.
I tell you, I have no doubt he could play at several of our in-state schools.
Yes.
He would be a benefit to a lot of those teams.
He is one strong young man, I can tell you that.
Absolutely. Coach, this is where we've had trouble tonight.
Here we go.
3rd and long has been almost all Valley View.
3rd and 8 for the Blazers. Carson Turley, the quarterback for Valley View. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to McMullen, and he's going to be brought down short of the 1st down. It's going to be at the 43-yard line, and the Colts are going to call their 2nd timeout with 2:27 left on the clock. Bring up a 4th and 2. 4th and 2 for Valley View when we come out of this timeout. Again, if you're just joining us, Valley View's led this thing pretty much the whole way. had a terrible first half for the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
10 net yards of offense.
10 net yards, was down 24-6.
Down 24-6 at the half, and they fought back, and it's 37-34. They're down 3 in this one. If we can get a big stop right here, we get the ball back.
Yeah,
and
we actually outscored the Blazers 31-10 in this half, so we've done a great job.
Here we go.
It's a huge play right here.
Huge play.
Huge play. If you don't get this here, it's going to be hard to get the ball back.
Yep.
Got to be aware of some sort of, they may just try to power it, some sort of bootleg. But
a lot of shifting over there. They're going to try to draw them off sides, and they're going to call a timeout.
Good job, Colts.
Great job to stay home and not fall for that. And so Valley View timeout. That's their second timeout. Both teams have one timeout remaining here in this one. So exciting finish.
That's a correction. We've actually outscored them 28-13. I don't know what I was doing math-wise a while ago. You should have corrected me there, Coach. I'm usually pretty good at math, but boy, I just totally lost it.
I just have so much trust in you, Danny. I just knew you were right.
Man, that's misplaced trust, brother. Yeah. 28-13. We've outscored Valley View in the second half. And like we said, it was all Valley View in the first half. And really hoping for a good second half, but thought it could get ugly. Colts have done a great job. This is a huge play.
Here we go. 4th down and 2. Oh, they moved over there.
Jumped.
So that's going to back it up a little bit more. I say that. Well, they haven't officially said that's against Valley View. And there it is. It's official now. So a 5-yard penalty. That kind of changes things up a little bit. Now it's going to be 4th and 7.
Coach, I'm not sure I wanted the penalty. We actually stopped him short of the first down, but
and it looks like the punt unit's coming on.
Oh wow, that's a big play. That's big.
So I say that. Now they're coming back out. So
they're going to be back in the regular offense. We need to.
Yeah.
We might need to get a timeout here.
We only have one timeout remaining.
We're going to try to save it.
They're going to go. They're going to go for it right here.
Wow.
So 4th down and 7. There's a snap to Turley. He's going to roll out to the left. He's got some pressure there. Number 52. Oh my goodness. Wow. He was able to escape that and take the ball out of bounds.
Wow.
For the first down. I thought Tyshawn Love was fixing to catch him over there.
Absolutely. Boy, that's a backbreaker right there.
That is a massive play for the Blazers. Great job there for that quarterback, Carson Turley. He played that to perfection and was able to pick up the first down and not even be touched on that. He was able to escape contact. So it's 1st and 10 for the Blazers with 2:16 left to go in this game. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. There's a snap. Turley rolls to his right.
Oh, just short.
And he's going to go down inbounds. Smart play by the quarterback as he keeps the clock moving.
Yeah, that's a heads up.
And
heads up run.
He's going to gain a couple yards on the play, bring up 2nd down and 8. Clock is inside 2 minutes now at 1:50 and counting.
Man, Marcus Slayton missed him by about 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
Credit Carson Turley, though, man. He's a shifty, crafty runner. He does a great job for Valley View.
They're bringing that power formation back in.
I don't blame them.
Unit. They're probably going to give this ball to McMullen. Play clock is at 7. There it is. There's a handoff. McMullen. He kind of makes a move there, and he's going to be down there
Way too
inside the 30, inside the 25-yard line, and pick up another first down.
Ooh.
Kimbrough again is kind of hobbling a little bit as he gets up. You can tell it's like maybe a calf injury or something. He's struggling out there. Clock is still rolling. 1:18, 1:16.
They're going to be in victory formation.
We have one timeout on the board. And, yeah, they're going to take the snap and take the knee. Turley downs the ball. And they're going to let this clock roll out. Oh, they're going to call a timeout. So with 42.4 seconds, the Colts call their third and final timeout.
Really got about all you can hope for is a
bad snap.
A bad snap.
Yep.
And we had a chance to get them off the field on a 4th and 7, and Carson Turley just pulls a Houdini and goes for 10 yards and gets out of bounds. Didn't even get touched on the play, and we were so close. Tyshawn Love gave good chase, got some pressure on him, and forced him to roll out a little earlier than he wanted to. But man, credit Valley View, they've come up with the plays when they've had to tonight.
They sure did. They Colts played an excellent game here the second half. First half was probably the worst we've played, and they fought hard to come back in this one. But it's going to be just a little bit short as Carson Turley takes a knee for the final time, and they will not have to run another play as the game clock is at 30 seconds and play clock is at 32. So this one will be over. And the Colts will fall in their home opener 37-34 to this Valley View Blazer team from the 5A East Conference.
Yep.
The Colts will drop to 1-2 on the season, and Valley View will move to 2-1. Again, this is the final non-conference game. Next week, the Colts will be off on Friday night, and they will pick up in 2 weeks and travel to Pocahontas for probably one of the biggest games of the season against the Redskins.
Absolutely. It was a great job just seeing the Colts fight back. You hate it anytime you lose. I hate coming up short. We had some opportunities and really outplayed Valley View in the second half, but it was just hard to overcome that just horrific first half. And so proud of the Colts. Didn't get the outcome we wanted, but this season is by far not over. Still early in the season. We haven't even started the real season, which is 4A3 conference play, and you're going to start off with a tough one in Pocahontas.
All right, well, so for Bubba up top running the camera, Clerman and Danny and myself, and Todd, again, we miss you. I know you're watching this thing. We're praying for you to get well, and we need you here.
Absolutely.
We're 0-2 without him.
That's right.
So anyway, we appreciate you guys watching, and hope you continue to like and share and subscribe to our YouTube page and channel, rather, and so you can be notified for the next broadcast, which will be in 2 weeks.
That's right.
September 19th. All right. We'll talk to you later.